Hey everybody, how's it going? Going live this Friday evening. Gonna work on some lights this Friday evening. And there's the feedback. Mute that. Alright. Every single stream, I swear I do that. Who we got? Other Vincent. Apparently he's been waiting here for 27 minutes. How's it going, Other Vincent? Hopefully Vincent is also here along with Other Vincent. Cat Dev says he's first, but then he said that after messages from Other Vincent. So I think you've been proven wrong, like as soon as you wrote that. Actually, you didn't write first. You wrote fist. My bad. We got a whale. Hey, Cat Brat. How's it going? Joe Mama. Hello. How's it going, Joe Mama? What's going on? What's cooking? Let's open Sprite because we're going to potentially be using Sprite to design some stuff. If I could find it. There it is. Launch. How's it going, everybody, though? Let me know. What are you guys working on? Are you getting a long weekend? Maybe if you live in America, you're getting a long weekend with the holiday and everything. If you live elsewhere, then probably not. Superm J767. I love Sprite. Me too. I love Sprite too. Sprite's dope. It's such a good program. Let's just do a new. Let's go 32 by 32, and we'll sit like that until we need it. I'm thinking we're gonna just add some floor lights, right? Just like little circle lights that we'll put on the ground that we can walk next to. Fist two. Yeah. Hello, bad luck boy. I'm sorry about your luck. Hopefully things will turn out better for you in the future. Helixo Gra. Yes, that's what I was thinking as well. Yep. You said exactly what I was thinking. I want to get Sprite. Get it. You can get it on Steam. It's $20. Or you can get it for free, to be honest, if you won't compile it. Hello, everyone, says Helixo. Hello to Mysterious321. It's an interesting combination of numbers and name. Super MJ, like Mary Jane. What does MJ stand for? Electric Boogaloo. Oh, is that for the fist 2 Electric Boogaloo? Aqua. Hey Aqua, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Cat Dev, he's back. That was a jump scare. I said fist, not first. Yeah, exactly. Super Michael Jordan. Ah, that's what it is. I should probably know that, but I don't. My name. It's just your name. Oh, Super MJ. That's what your name is? Oh, you weren't. It might not actually mean Super Michael Jordan. I was thinking it means Super Mary Jane, like Spider-Man's girlfriend. Actually, I have no clue, though, said Helixo. Artindi, when TF2 Steam library update? TF2 is at I saw you guys chatting about that in Discord. That's either Team Fortress 2 or it's Titanfall 2. Which one is it? I made another commit to my engines repo. Nice. Yep. It's not Michael Jordan nor Mary Jane. It's my real name. And his name is not Michael Jordan nor Mary Jane. Get it right. I may have been mistaken. Just have finished watching all of your How to Fail videos. Amazing. Oh, you got through the whole series? I wonder how many people, like, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you are, I guess, are among the potentially few who have actually watched every single one of them. I feel along the way, people are going to be like, oh, I get it. Although I do try to shake up the humor at least a little bit so that we get, it's not just the same thing over and over again. I try to be a little meta every once in a while or describe things differently. What I try to do, actually, and I think is the funnest part about it, is I try to represent whatever I'm talking about in the video that I'm talking about it. A little bit. You know, I like to portray whatever I'm talking about. Like when I did the horror one, I made fun of how like jump scares are pretty cheap, and then just throughout the episode I have just jump scares And then, or the first-person shooter one, instead of the typical opening that I have that just shows the drawing of the guy on the desk, which is here. It's this image, right? Instead of having this be my opening on the first-person shooter one, I did this perspective like this. I thought that was pretty cool. A bunch of extra work, but it makes each one a little different. So probably, hopefully, worth it in the end. Ooh, you guys are chatting real fast. Just have finished. Oh, I'm back. Welcome back, other Vincent. I was just asking actually where the original Vincent was. What did you do with him? My fault, gang. I may have been mistaken. Oh, about the Michael Jordan or whatever. I don't know. I can't keep up with things. I'm just gonna. It is your fault. Do better. Lights, sees, checkerboard, have been lied to. It's a checkerboard shaped light. Come on, man. This needs to be different though. I'm gonna open that up while I try to keep up. Where's Leapik? I don't know. Where is he? Hey, says Remni, the ninja. Seems like a ninja name. Are you a ninja? Don't lie. We're gonna make it match some of the floor decoration sprite sheet. We're gonna open this up. We kind of want it to blend in with this, but not at the same time. But I'm just gonna take this base color. We're gonna put it in right here and right here, and then yeah. Then we'll just add some lighting around the edges, like there's a plate around it or something. I watched the FPS one again recently. The "boy, imagine if you made something different" line still made me laugh. You'd think I'd be able to remember exactly what it was I was talking about there. I recognize the line because I said it, but I don't 100% know exactly what I was talking about. It probably was just a generalization, right? That's kind of ugly, but we're gonna go for it. We'll go all the way down to the 50% and then switch over to the shaded one, and fill in the other half here. 24 minutes left until what? Oh, I hope Vincent doesn't come back. You took care of him. You took care of Vincent. Take care of Vincent. You know what that means. Cement shoes. I'm a spellcaster, actually. I cast permanent wet socks. Ew. Ew. That's a nasty spell. Or on that same spell subject of wet socks, casting a spell that's like anytime you try to dry yourself off with a towel, the towel becomes damp. That's a really long name for a spell, but yeah, that would also suck. Okay, I think actually we could probably leave it. Let's leave it like that. It's gonna be 32 by 32 is probably way too big for this. I just realized. Yeah, it's way too big. We're gonna do a new 16 by 16. We're not gonna delete this. We're gonna keep it just in case. Maybe we'll want the 32 by 32, but we're gonna get rid of it for now. I'm gonna take this white and put in a new circle on this 32 by 30 or 16 by 16. I think, and then just do the same thing. Yeah, because a lot of them are bare-boned Call of Duty remakes. Yeah, it's true. My proudest moment in that episode was actually, where is it? This frame. Yeah, look at that. Do you know what this is? Do you know the reference? Y'all know the reference for that? I can do far, far worse. Other Vincent, you have 5 seconds until I arrive at your house. Uh-oh. Good luck, Other Vincent. He's a spellcaster. He'll make your socks permanently wet. I have Uno reverse. Oh, boy, this battle is just starting. Mr. A, how you do? Mr. A, how you doing? Oh, you're talking to me. I was like, who are you talking to? Mr. A, I see. My name starts with A. That makes sense now. Imagine you making a how to fail at cozy games, and it's just you having a nice day. See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. When I make my episodes, I like to really embrace the theme of whatever I'm talking about and go for it. Or like the most recent one, it was how to fail at time management, and the whole episode, I'm just, yeah. Like I even cut the episode short and say there was going to be more, but I got distracted, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what I said, but that was the gist of the joke, and I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, dang, I'm so funny. And also have a big head, but that's okay. I know the reference, says Remini. I don't want to sleep. Yes, Battlefield. Yep, there's a reference. Battlefield. That trailer, though, is like, actually, okay, the trailer overall, it's like, okay. But that part of the trailer is like, what? So cool. Drinking water, because it's healthy. Would I choose to drink water, though? No, I'd drink something else if I could. Not soda. I'd take soda, actually, over water. But if I could pick whatever drink, probably be juice. I like juice. Because then it's like, it's yummy, not water, but also healthy at the same time. Though I guess water is always probably the healthiest. But, I mean, so what? Okay, let's save this. Save as... should we put it under lights or just in environment? Probably needs to go in environment under... Yeah, let's put it under lights. Why not? Let's call it the floor light. Save it as a PNG. Other Vincent breaks computer with comically large sword. Good luck. Next swing removes your arm. A wild burb has appeared. Welcome, burb. Your username on Discord, I realized what you're talking about, because I think it's something like Dawn is burb shampoo, and then there's all those the Dawn soap commercials where they always show, actually it's like ducks. Yeah, ducks are birds, but they always show the commercials where the Dawn soap is cleaning the ducks that somehow have oil spilled on them from an oil tanker. It's like, I mean, I guess that maybe happens in real life, but that's what people do. They use Dawn soap to clean off ducks. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's make this thing. Let's close a bunch of these. Maybe we're gonna need those open in just a second. So we'll close that. We'll close this one, and this one, and they're all still. Oh, we can just open them again. Let's close them for now. Close, close, close. I was going to keep saying close for each one of them. Realize that would probably be the worst kind of a narration ever. Okay, new scene, 2D scene. We're going to give it a sprite. The sprite will be the base. Change type. Sprite 2D. Let's find the floor light. Floor light. It's going to be our light. We're going to put it on the floor. Of all places. C is good enough. Hey, Artindi. Kind of pleased to hear you live. Gives me a little feeling of coziness and control over crap. Well, that's good to hear, Captain Blood. That's interesting as well. C is the best. C is pretty good, I don't know. C is for cookie. How to fail videos help me a lot to fail at proceeding with my own game project. I'm glad to hear it. Everybody needs to fail at some point. That's why I hesitate to make this. Actually, the biggest reason I'm hesitating, because the poll I put out, everybody voted to do how to fail at failure. And I put in parentheses, succeed. But at the same time, how to fail at failure could be like tips on how to deal with when your game does not succeed. Or it could be just general tips of things to do in game development. And I'm not sure which of those two to do, because the second of those options, where it's just general tips to do in game development, seems like the kind of thing that would be, I don't know, like a season finale or the final episode of the How to Fail series. But I don't know if there ever will be a final, because there's just so much stuff you can do with game development. So I hesitate to do it because it feels like some kind of finale if I do that. Unless I just do how to fail at failure, like how to deal with failure kind of stuff. How to suck at being a person when your game doesn't succeed. I don't know how to describe you know what I'm talking about. Let's see, Point Light 2D. No, is it Point Light? Yeah, it's Point Light. And then let's grab the light texture. What did I call it? I just called it round, I think. Yeah, that's a good name for something in your files. Let's make it twice as big. And then we'll just, range, we'll turn shadows on. And there's something else you're supposed to do with shadow. Oh, here. Give it this one, and then filter smooth, go to 12. Okay, that should work. You guys are saying a whole lot of stuff. Alrighty, opinions on giant bosses. Giant bosses are great as long as you design them well, as long as they look good, as long as it makes sense. If they're fun to play, probably take a lot of play testing. You can watch my how to fail at boss things. I think it applies to just bosses in general. There is a video actually by a guy. I'm gonna look it up for you. I'm gonna help you out here. Just a second. So the dude called Design Doc, he is a very wise person as far as videos go. He has a video on bosses. Let's see, what is it? He has a lot of videos on bosses actually. See, there's one on boss phases. Here, I'll bring it down so you can see. He's got one on boss phases, rival bosses. There's one here, impossible bosses. I guess they're bosses you are not meant to beat, the boss rush. There was one, though, I never watched it, but there was one called, Colossal Bosses. How to make a good colossal boss. If you're making a giant boss, I recommend watching this. In fact, whenever I make a video on almost any subject, I usually check this guy's channel out and see if he's covered that subject, just to validate the things that I plan to say. I've usually mostly written my script by that point, but yeah, he has a lot of great points. As per usual with everybody, I don't always agree with everything they say, but most of the time he's just putting out a whole bunch of logical stuff that just makes sense, so not a lot to disagree with in the first place. Worth a watch if you're designing a game. He's got a lot of great stuff. Check him out. I think I should be... Oh, man, I'm so behind on your chats. How to fail at failure feels like climax. I'd suggest saving it for when you'd go on a break or a hiatus or something like that. I kind of agree. I'm almost kind of like, well, I can do what I want. I like the poll because it helps me know what people want, but I don't necessarily have to follow the poll, you know? So I might just do how to fail at tutorial, or not, what is it? But, how to fail at the other one that was winning. I can't remember what it was. I think it should be saved for like an April Fool's episode where you just break character and say what not to do. That could be good, actually. By the way, did you know that if you followed how to fail videos of that small YouTuber, Artindi or something, in reverse, you would get a very good game? I plan to, fun fact, I plan to make a game, and it's just like how to fail the video series, but into a game, right? And so you play the game, and then there'll just be like some narration from me describing why the part of the game you're at is designed the way it is and why that sucks. But then you have to play through it anyway, you know? It'll take a lot of careful design, but also lazy design, because it's how to fail. Like, it would be, in my opinion, relatively easy to make, because I just, plop whatever in there, and if it sucks, I mean, that's the point, you know? Man, I just respawned your computer. Why would you do... Okay, you're talking to somebody else, I think. 14 minutes left. Till what? I think I've watched Design Docs videos, actually. Yeah, they're really good. Like, way too many times over. Anyone says skibbity again, I'm gonna lose it. Nah, you don't have enough Riz points to steal my heart. Dang. Mumbo Jumbo. Are you talking about the YouTuber? The Minecraft YouTuber? Okay, let's test this. Actually, we need to save this. Save as... put it under environment. put it under light still. We're going to call this floor light. Okay, and then we can put it in this test room. Let's try it. Instantiate floor light. We'll stick it right here. It just looks like a bulb on the floor. Also, the Z layer's off. Hang on. Transform. That's not. It's under ordering. Z index. Let's bring it down. Yeah, it kind of looks. How do I make it look like it's not just a spot on the floor? Probably, maybe I need to bring the intensity of the light down. I probably need to give it a border as well, like more of a border. Let's try that. Let's bring this in by 2 all around. I think that will be the way to go. Let's try that. Gives it a little bit more of an outline and makes the circle a little smaller. Artindi, please, I only have 11 minutes left. What about the Easter egg? Which Easter egg? Like putting Easter eggs into the game? The cool cameo Easter eggs where you put the viewers in the game, remember? Come on, it was 2 days ago. I was talking about when we do the, if we did that, it would be on some of the larger pieces of art, like the end screens, in which case if you're around while we're drawing that, then I will do my best to include hidden Easter eggs of those who are watching the stream. So if you're watching the stream, while I'm drawing, you can shout something out and I'll try to include it somehow in the drawing. And that's what I was talking about. So we're not doing that today, so if you need to leave, that's okay, because you won't miss out on that. I gotta go, gentlemen. It's 88 degrees outside, Celsius, right now, and it's usually 106 Celsius. Oh, dang, that's hot. I gotta use the opportunity. You did mean Celsius, of course. I know that you did. Have a good stream, my friends. Thank you. Add a shadow 2D, I forgot what it's called, to the player. Yes, we're going to do that too. So we're going to be adding a bunch of lights, and we're going to give everything occlusion layers. I think that's what they call their occlusion shape. So, yeah, I think that's what they call it. The problem of making a parody game is that it needs to be funny. Like Scary Movie is a parody of horror movies. Yes. And I think that's what my game would be. It'd be just like a parody of all games. And each level would be a different genre as well. And so I just, like, the level is basically get from point A to point B every single time. And then I just do all the worst things in each genre in each level. But in a way that's still enjoyable or funny, you know? Have a good stream, my friends. Oh, yeah, I already read that. You better not read this in reverse. I won't. Faint monkey silhouette in the light would add a lot of character. It would add a lot of character. You are not wrong. Cat, says Cat Dev. But I only have 9 minutes left. It's a countdown. Can't wait to see the mascot horror level. Oh, I guess I would have to do that at some point, wouldn't I? Well, I just make it suck. It'd be so easy, right? That's the other thing. I don't actually have to make it good. I do, but in a different way. So, horror game level should be a walking game with one singular pathetic jump scare. Or I just... or like right at the beginning of the horror level, it's just like, you know there's just going to be a jump scare, right? And like hint at it just a little bit right at the beginning, and then just never have a jump scare. They go all the way to the end and they're just like terrified because they're waiting for the jump scare, but then I never deliver. That'd be really funny. Let's go back to test. I think we need to, let's see, increase the size of the light. Where's the light? We'll make it like 4 times, but then we'll bring the energy down to 0.8. So just bring the brightness down, but size up. I think that will, yeah, that looks a little bit better. Blends a little more. And it's all going to look even much better when we add that. See? See that? See that shadow of this dude? Oh, he dead. Let's try it again. So when I add occlusion layers to everything, come on over here, buddy. Then they'll cast shadows when they walk next to it. Although the shadow was acting weird initially. Did you see that? It's kind of off for some reason. Hello. It's like when he goes further away from the light, it gets a little funky. Interesting. Still looks pretty good though. Oh, you making a horror level? I just joined. We're not making a horror level. We're just talking about a game that I could make based on the How to Fail series, where each level would be a different genre. And there would be a horror level in there, and I just show all the ways that you fail at making horror games in that level. Could be cool. But right now what we're actually doing is adding lights to this top-down inverted roguelike. I don't know if I like that effect, but that's okay. We can leave it like that for now. Let's add an occlusion layer to the player so we can mess around with that a little bit. Will the failure game be annoyingly difficult or just bad? I think it would be just bad, because if it's annoying, people will be like, haha, I get it, but the game sucks, and then they'll leave a bad review. Also, it's supposed to be a bad game, so I feel like everybody's just going to leave a bad review anyway, because that's like part of the joke, which would be bad, because then it wouldn't, like, yeah. So, I don't know, it'd be kind of a gamble. Ooh, that water was warm. I drank out of the wrong bottle, my bad. I feel like it should be both. I am just watching it, tea-soding and sculpting my game with his idea on top of my ideas. Nice. Making someone think there will be a jump scare but never delivering is a great way to build tension. A lot of YouTube horror does that. Nice. Someone said something about this. Yeah. I think I'm sure it's been done many times. Does Brick Breaker count as a game genre? It is in a game genre. The game genre is arcade. The Brick Breaker level should have a realistic farming system. That'd be pretty good. How late am I? You are 32 minutes late. Better late than ever. Welcome, Zom. How's it going? Hey, this is Cat Dev. Cyanite, is that your first chat? Hi, Cyanite. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. How is everybody who just joined doing? What are you guys all working on besides watching my stream? Because surely you're mostly just listening and working on something else in the background. If you are just watching, you might need to go touch some grass. Let's see. Add child node. Should have it here. Light occluder. Great. We're going to attach the light occluder to the body sprite. And then we're going to turn off all these collision shapes so I can actually see what I'm doing. Sword blade, long sword blade, short circle, long circle, this collision shape, that collision shape, this collision shape, and there we go. So the dude's body is kind of like an oval. We'll turn off the shield as well so we can see. Where's the shield? Shield, okay. So there's his body. He has a little shadow as well. But I think we're just going to do the occluder like on his main body, not his arms or his feet there. I touch grass if said grass wasn't on fire from 100 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. Hot dang! It's hot! Yeah, it's going to be hot next week too, over in my part of the in my neck of the woods. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees next week, and it's gonna not be good. I'm gonna be streaming, see, because I sit in a room when I'm on my computer streaming. I sit in a room with the door closed where there is no AC. I will probably melt next week if I stream, which we probably will. But anyway, let's add this light occluder, new occluder polygon, and I should just be able to draw it on here. Let's see. Let's find out. Yep. So we're just going to hit all the angles of this dude's body. Actually, I should do the inside angles. Let's start over. All the inside angles of this guy's body, and I think that will that'll probably do the job. Hopefully. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this oval. It's uneven. He's got like a missing shoulder blade over here. Oh well. Okay, and then why does it still have that? I don't understand. What am I missing? Closed. Cull mode. Clockwise? Let's see if it's disabled. It should be working now. Why would it not? Let's test it. Yeah, it's working. Look at that. Look at, it's so weird though. Why is it doing that? Do you see what it's doing? Maybe let's mess with these settings. Maybe 12 is too high, or is it because I have it 13? Let's try this one. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, it's a little cleaner. Oh, and if it goes over the light, did you see that? That was so cool. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it to it again. Hey, you see that? This is gonna be cool if we had a bunch of those. Yep, I like it. I've been making a platformer based. Let's see. I asked a bunch of people. I asked all you guys. Let's see what you're saying. I'm working on my own game, Hurley, right now. It's where you barf to the top of the level as a platformer. Oh, there's this old platformer I played. You just remind me of. It's where you play as a cat, and your attack was barfing at them, like cat barf. You spew. I think the game was called Spew, but it's like anciently old. I don't think I've tried to look it up before, and I've never been able to find it. Just for the nostalgia, you know. Don't touch grass, it's hot out. It's more fun than it sounds. It probably is. I'm working on a disgusting idea I had for a platformer game in Geometry Dash. Gross. It's a memory level where you have to memorize where the hitboxes are and navigate a maze. Yeah, that sounds that sounds pretty nasty. I've been making a platformer based on my friend for the better part of a year. I took a 6-month break. Not gonna lie. Well, sometimes you need those breaks. I'm animating a big gorilla, but I don't want to do the next part, so I'm just sitting here. Dun dun dun. Funny thing that I keep thinking about, roguelikes would make a really good horror with more tension and a new coat of paint. Since death is the end of the run, it would really add a lot to the risk. I think that's what I was trying to talk about too in my horror video, where I talked about how you need to have stakes for it to be any good. And a lot of horror games are just, you know, the walking simulators, and if you die, you just respawn back 20 feet, and then you just do it again, you know. But the games that I've felt the most fear was when I felt like I would lose a little bit more. So like Project Zomboid or 7 Days to Die have scared me more than your typical horror game. And those aren't even really horror games. They're open world survival craft games. But or also even Rust. Like when I've played Rust, the tension I felt the first few times walking outside of my base because there are other actual players out there was more scary than a normal horror game that was trying to scare me, just because they lacked the mechanics to. Oh look, the dude lights up though. That's funny. It's the light shines straight through his body. That's interesting. Kool-Aid drinker lurks in the background. Well, thank you for lurking. I don't mind a lurker. I think, oh, I can never remember your name. It's, what is it, James or something? I know you're here because I saw you comment. Or no, it was somebody else who just looks like you. There's a guy who normally is like always here lurking. Almost every stream, he's just in the background. He never says much though. Artindi, please add a feature where you can abandon the prisoners, or at least make them be soldable to Germany. Rescuing the prisoners is optional. I mean, you can choose to do that. You won't be able to win the game if you do, but you know, or get past level 1. But that is your option. Bad luck boy, I'm kind of just drawing. Very nice to draw with a stream like this on in the background. It's true. I do like to do pixel art with a stream on, or at least something to listen to. Funny thing that I keep thinking about, roguelike. Oh, I already read that. You're scary. I'm trying to play. It's not working. Instead, I've just been messing up this scale. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay. Well, we now have it as a thing, and we can just instantiate it into the levels. So let's do that. Section, I guess they're not really levels, they're sections. We're going to open up every section once more and plop these into... Oh, actually, the other thing we need to do before we do that is we're going to do the wall tile set. And we're going to add occlusion layers to the wall tile set. And I know I've done it before, but I can't remember how to do it. Hang on. Let's see if I can figure this out. How do I terrain this one? Nope. I need to do something here. Y'all know how to do this. Make roguelike horror game in TypeScript. What if the sword connected with an enemy caused a flash of light? There will be flashes of light. Right now there's sparks, but we're also going to add, while the spark is alive, there's going to be a little bit of a light, I think, because that would obviously be appropriate. But yeah, just like you mentioned, it's just going to be a flash, very quick. Rust. You're an editor. Rust, the game. It's a game with a really silly name that has nothing to do with the actual game. That might be me. I lurk from time to time. Strek. You do count as a lurker, but it's actually somebody else. And I bring him up in particular because in the past when he's lurked, I don't think he's here today, unless he's totally just waiting till the very end. But in the past when he'd lurk, he would say hi at the beginning, and his name was unique enough that I remembered him for sure. And then at the end of the stream, it was like a 3 or 4 hour long stream. At the very end of the stream, he said, "Great stream, bye." And I was like, what? He's just there the whole time? Because, you know, people will come and say hi, and then they don't always say goodbye when they leave. But then this guy was literally just there the whole stream. And then the next day he did it again. And almost every day that I streamed, I think he wasn't here yesterday or today, so maybe he's out doing some... Well, I guess yesterday we didn't stream, but last time I streamed and today. But yeah, it was kind of funny how consistent he was with the streaming, or the lurking. And extreme. What's it like making a game in Godot? I'm learning it. Godot, I guess you're watching. It's just like most any other game engine. A little different, I guess. Process might be a little different, but for the most part, I would say it's relatively identical to that of Unity. Like, different for sure, but on the grand scale, it's not too different. Do you have any advice for anyone learning Godot? Watch tutorials. Watch lots of tutorials and read the documentation, or learn how to read documentation. A lot of people I've helped in the past they'll DM me or something and be like, "Hey, how do I do this?" And I'll be like, "Well, here's a link to the documentation, and it's right there." And then they'll be like, "Oh, well, there you go." So with any game engine or any coding anything, all you really need to do is all you really need to do is know how to Google stuff or use whatever search engine you use. Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna say robot spawners. And we're gonna put all of these spawners into that scene. Clean this up a little bit so we don't have to scroll for half an hour just to get to the bottom of this. Boink. All the robot spawners in there. Let's add another one. This one's gonna be danger floors. Also a dumb name. But we're gonna put all those in there as well. I may have to double check the code on some of these because I think they reference their parent directly, like the robot spawners. In fact, let me check that real quick. Does it? Yeah, see, I'm doing the thing that everybody says you shouldn't do, which is the get parent. So I don't want to make it a child of the robot spawner. But we might be able to leave it like that. Let's test it out actually. Let's find out if it breaks it. I think it works. Or we'll do another test but with a player. With a player instantiated as well. That works. Let's do that. Boop. Yeah, see, it still works. So it's actually not dependent on which parent it is. It just can't be the child of the spawner because the spawner deletes itself after spawning an enemy in. So yeah. Yeah. That's all. I'm making a game in Godot like this, only it's a platformer. I was going to add a light node to my player, but most of my tile set is pitch black, which isn't affected by light nodes for some reason. You do have to have some color. If it's pure black, like absolutely black, then I think the light nodes aren't just going to affect it. They just won't affect it at all. So you have to have it be just a dark gray instead of pure black. For light nodes to work. I believe. You might could play around with that and see if that will make a difference. Is it 2 a.m. in Poland, cat dev? Is it? I made a workaround with a sprite instead of it. Ah, okay. How did I miss? Have we made the final boss? No, we've not made it. We're not gonna make the final boss, Nice Creeper, but welcome to the stream. Wow, the buzzsaws changed. Did they? I think they're the same since we made them anyway. Oh, did you see them disappear? That's what they're supposed to do. Because it's like, oh, you haven't made the level harder yet, so only half of the floor saws stick around. But you don't see that because when the game starts, you're like way off down here, so you can't actually see anything happen. So might have to add a loading screen just in case there's stuff like that. Hide all those things behind something. What would you say is a good collision block color? A good collision block color? I don't know. What is a collision block? Is that? Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I cast lots of money in pennies. Ooh. I mean, I'll take it though. What even is a pennies? Pennies are the smallest denomination of money in the US and actually many economies. So it's a common name for 1/100th of a dollar. Basically worthless because of inflation. All right, let's add some lights. Okay, so see, I have decorations. I got danger floor. I got robot spawner. Let's put them as childs of decoration. Do floor light, and then we can literally just drag them around and stick them where we want. I feel like they should be a little bit organized better than that. So I'm going to turn snapping on. We're going to do, we're going to keep pixel snap on, but I think we'll do like a 16 by 16 snapping maybe. Configure snap. Well, we can do 8 by 8, but let's turn it on. Oh, is that the grid snap? Let's try that. Yeah, that should work. And then if we just put them snapped somewhere, then it should work fine. And we can even put it in the center of a block that way. That works great. Let's put them more like in the middle of floors, maybe. Well, we could put them against walls, like that. Nice. I could do my best to put it right in the center of this. Which it still looks fine. I think it'll look fine if I do that. Actually, we'll just put it right there. Now let's see what it looks like. Oh my goodness, that adds so much. That adds so much depth and character to this. It looks so much less flat. Holy moly, what a difference. By golly. Yeah, if you haven't added lights to your game yet, do that, and then you'll feel like you've made progress. That was so little effort, and it makes such a difference. Holy cow. Oh, I forgot though. We need to actually add the occlusion layer to the wall tiles. So let's do that. Let's figure out how to do that. Probably gotta watch a tutorial or something. Let me catch up on chats real quick, and then we'll add occlusion layers to the wall tiles so that the lights look even better. Where are we at? Where are we at? Guess I need to learn how to read too. I always been asking Artindi to don't end till 2 a.m. Well, 2 a.m. your time, maybe? It's 23 o'clock, 11 p.m. in Germany, so it's not 2 a.m. in Poland. Haha, logic. Make a level that's just a really long hallway. I kind of have one like that. I think it's level 7. Nope, not level 7. Was it level 8? Yeah, 8. It's basically just a hallway. One room in the middle. This one is actually very exciting. It's intense because there's 7 robots that will spawn. No, wait, what is that? That's the floor decoration. There's 6 robots that will spawn in this small room, and then blades. So yeah, that one could be pretty intense. But yeah. All right, what else are you saying? Guess I need to learn how to read too. Your stream is like 3 minutes delayed. Really? No. It's set to ultra low latency. So it's probably just because I'm really behind on reading chats. So I'm not reading them as they come in necessarily. I'm trying to catch up right now. A bright pink that you don't use or red should be good as collision, in my opinion. If you're using Godot, I don't know why you would color the collision layer, because you can see collisions with debug. Like if I turn visible collision shapes on and then play the game, here I'll just play the normal game, then you can see there's you can see the collision shapes outlined with blue. I turned all the collision shapes on the player off temporarily, so you don't see anything on him. But you can see them on this guy. So this bigger circle is the detection radius. If you walk into that, then it'll start chasing you. If you walk out of it, it doesn't give up, though. It'll keep chasing you. It's just to keep it from doing anything before you actually get to the room it's in. So I'm not sure if I know exactly what you're talking about by saying adding color to collision layer or collision shapes. So idea, make the lights red when the arena is at its hardest. Oh, that could be cool. That could be interesting. If you like set it to extra robots, all the lights turn red. Or just on the final level, like if you make it all the way to the 7th round, then all the lights turn red. That's actually a good idea. Let's add that to the to-do list, the almighty to-do list. Potential things. Edit. Oops. I need to hold shift before hitting enter. Add, or let's see, make lights turn red in final round. We'll call it a round. Sure. Oh, I don't have to hit Control Save on Discord. My bad. If you're making a pixel art game, it is a good idea to try to keep all the sprites same resolution. Like if the objects are bigger, the sprites need to have more pixels, not just scaled up. Yes, that is a big thing actually. If it's pixel art, actually any art, keep everything the same resolution. It will feel a lot more uniform and a lot less cheap and tacky. Don't just scale stuff up, actually draw it. Is it hard to export games to Windows and Mac in Godot? No, it's pretty easy. Just watch a tutorial. It's super easy. Here, Artindi, what is this game you're making? This is a inverted roguelike. You lose powers as you go. Yeah, that's the sum up, I guess. Right now we're just decorating. The game is pretty much done. We're just making it look good. Is it hard to export? I read that. Hey, what did you do for the little effort lighting? I just added the lights and then put them in there. I don't know how to, like, I drew a light, added a light, and then put them in the level. Level 1 has them in there. I'll show you. Check it out. I think it's going to look even better, though, once we add the occlusion layer to the tiles, the wall tiles. I think once occlusions are on all the robots and the wall tiles, then it's gonna be dope. I got the hiccups. It's gonna be like, what? That's so cool. Yeah, this light needs to flash a little brighter when it shoots. But yeah. Windows no, Mac yes. Make an Easter egg where if you type out your name, it goes RGB. That could be cool, but also hard. I don't know how to do that. I'm sure I could figure it out, but that's it's a superfluous thing to add, though. Right now we're focusing on not scope creeping, and that is a silly thing to add to a game at this point. If we have time at the end, though, we could add it. Who knows? I just realized you are making a reverse roguelike. Yeah, I am. Interesting. Okay, see, I'm still not catching up. You guys are typing crap too fast. And sorry if I miss any of your chats, by the way, if y'all are watching. I feel bad when I do, although I don't always know when I do, because obviously I missed them. But it happens, and I know it does happen. So if I miss them, my bad. Sorry. Just type it again, but don't spam, I guess. Maybe wait a little while. Like if I obviously missed it, wait a little while and then type it again. See if I pick it up that time. But don't spam. I have a Godot on Mac, so oh, interesting. I'm sorry. Do you do all the levels in a run, or is one run per item? It's one run per item. I'll show you real quick. For all those who have already gotten this explanation, bear with us just for a moment. But for all those who are just joining and have no idea what's going on, let's make this smaller so we can actually see what we're doing. Okay, so you start here, you end here. There's going to be 5 randomly selected sections that are pre-made that will pop in here. Got to make it through all the way. Once you get to the end, you show up in this room, wherein you get to select which person you're going to save, because that's what you're doing, and which key or chip you're going to use to save them. But each person will make the environment harder. Once they're saved, the environment will become more difficult. And each key you use will make you lose an ability. So you could be like, I'm going to save Joe Bob here, and I'm going to save him with my long sword ability. And then when we play again, you won't have such a large attack. And then maybe after that, you'll lose your round attack as well. And then maybe after that, you'll lose your speed. And then you move this fast instead. And so each time you go through, you become weaker. And something bugged out. What the heck? We'll have to figure that out. Not good. That kid, Artindi himself, recommended it. Oh, what did I recommend? Scope creep is good. Keeps you off track. Yes. Yes, if it's a how to fail episode, scope creep is the best thing ever. Probably number one thing that keeps indie devs from actually making any good content. Should you add multiple control options or just face the player force the player to one kind, controller, keyboard, etc. If you can, I recommend it. If you're just making a quick little arcade game that is whatever, then no need, unless it's easy for you. For example, this game is going to be on PC, and I'm not going to allow people to... I'm not going to put the effort into putting in... what's it called? Key binding or anything like that. I'm just going to put in the keys that I do, and then hopefully you have enough fingers to do that. And if not, I'm sorry. If the game is successful enough, then maybe I'll add it in future versions. But right now, the controls are just going to be locked to what I set them to. So it depends on what you're trying to do. It depends on what kind of game you're making. Ideally, you do want to add key binding to any game. If you're trying to make a really big, successful game, it would be unwise of you to not add key binding. There are a lot of people who might depend on that so that they can play. Or people who need to be able to use controllers rather than mouse and keyboard. So if you can, definitely add it. What do you do for the dynamic shadows of the character? The shadow is done with the occlusion layer, which we're going to try to add. You guys keep typing way too fast, because we're going to try to add it to the wall tiles as well as every enemy. Then we can cast some shadows. But let's do that. I'll just read the chats real quick. I might not respond to everybody. Some speedrunner is definitely going to find a way to do a full power run with everyone saved. Yes, that's the goal. The kid, a full power, it's impossible. I mean, maybe they can find a bug somewhere, but currently the code isn't very complex. It will be impossible for them to continue without losing an ability. The kid, it makes sure your game is full of half-baked ideas that don't do well. Yeah. Artindi adds particles. Particles could be good. I already have some particles. We might add some more. WSD arrow keys are good. Alt options. I will add some alt, like whenever I do a platformer, W will jump, but then also space will jump. So I add multiple combinations of keys. Like if people find W or space is easier, or other situations like that. Remini, if the speed renders height a choice, then there would have saved human, even if they did not lose their powers. Make sure to make the music super loud and don't add volume settings. Yes, yeah, that's key. I mean, I'm leaning more towards just controller, considering the mechanics of my game. Yeah, go for it. I wouldn't ever play a game though. I don't have a controller. Plus, I suck at using a controller unless it's like Mega Man. Creeper, they're just no clip to the end somehow. Doing key binding isn't a bad idea since you can implement that feature to your future games. Yes, if you're able to figure it out one day. I've never actually done it before. I need to learn. Then you can just copy paste it into other games and just change what it looks like. Also make the sound inconsistent so there will have turn audio up and down constantly. Yeah, that's a good idea. Roguelike idea. Every time you beat a run, the volume is increased by 25% as well as the input delay. That'd be good. All right, let's add these collision shapes. Gotta look up a tutorial. Hang on just a second. Let's go to YouTube. I'll look it up on YouTube. How to add occlusion layer to tile set. Goodo. Is it just gonna be a normal tile map tutorial? Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys can't see my screen yet, but hang on. I'm getting some ads. Political ads, nonetheless.
The tutorial on how to use that thing. So here it is. Let's make a little scene using this tile set you can get for free on itch. We can define a collider shape and paint it wherever we want. Navigation is done quite similarly. We can define arbitrary level objects that characters can walk behind. Each layer can have its own z-index and you can hide them individually. Now let's take a look at terrains. Terrains are the new auto tiles, but I choose a name and data type. It seems like in additional options. We can now set the custom data for all these tiles. In this view, we can also define materials for specific tiles under rendering. This is quite amazing actually.
Oh, I need to go to there, tile set. That's what I needed. And then I think if I select rendering, paint. How do I do it? There's a way to do it here somehow. I've done it before too. I'm spacing on how to do it. Basically just have to be really terrible deep frying of a game. Key binding in Godot shouldn't be that complicated. I tried Godot for a little while, and this was one of the first and easier things I looked into. Oh, well, that's good. Good to hear. Every time you beat a run, you are forced to play a CSGO match before you can play again. Or it's like you're forced to go touch grass. Someone knocks on your door, they burst in, they grab you and force you at gunpoint to touch grass. Then once you've done it, and then they'll let you go play another round. Rendering it's maybe under miscellaneous. Nope. Physics. Boy, where is it? Let me try again. This video isn't going to have it in here. Tile map, occlusion layer, and lights. There we go. Maybe this is the tutorial I needed. It's only 16 minutes long. My goodness. Let's do 2 times playback speed. Oh, this is with polygons though. What's he in? It's under select. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Polygon, delete points. Is it just with the physics layer? Ugh, I don't want to watch the whole video though, it's so long. Artindi, remember when making replay ability, make it so the player only has one chance to play the game. If they lose, they will simply have to buy the game again. Like make a whole new Steam account. Epic Shoe, if you make difficulty settings in hard mode, reverse all the controls so that it can be true reversed roguelike, and then not tell the player. So you set it to hard mode and it just becomes easier. Add an inverted mode where you invert all the colors. Hey, every time you beat a run, I read that. I've been thinking of a new game dev training method where I make ping and give as many accessibility settings as possible. You mean Pong? Or is it inverted because it's ping? Idea, healer class that can friendly fire with a pistol. They can heal, but they can also remove health from that one annoying teammate. Idea. Oh wait, they deleted their comment? Yep. I think if you're adding the occlusion node to the oh, it's the same thing. See, I went straight from your last comment to your new comment. That's hilarious. If you make difficulty settings on hard, I already read that. Epic that makes the controls randomness. I added some sound effects earlier. Nice. MFW tutorials. Why not just invert the whole game where you already won when you start and you have to fail in the end? Yeah, like The game starts. You win! Now play it backwards. And when I mean add sound effects, I mean fail at making all sound effects but one, which I don't use in place for a spitefully looping sound effect. A spatial looping sound effect. Ew. I'm thinking about making a new game like Shapes of Factorio, but instead with numbers as the periodic table. There is a game already out there that's kind of like Shapes or Factorio, and it's just with numbers actually. So they're like, we need this factory to produce a bunch of 2s, and all you have are 1s. And so then you have to combine 1s to make 2s, right? So they'll give you a random number and be like, make 17. So then you have to, do 5 plus 5 to make 10s, and then you add those together to make 20s, and you got to find a 3 to subtract, so you end up with 17. So a little bit of a math game, but makes it fun, I'd play that. Let my kid play it so we can learn math. It could be cool. I've been thinking about making a new game like, I already read that. Invert the sound and just play it all backwards. It really fits your theme. You win, now lose. And prison all the humans into tubes again. And there's games where you play as the monster. Like, you play as the bad guy sometimes. Those are always interesting. And there's one game where you play as like the evil AI on a spaceship. Let's keep trying to figure this out. That's the collision shape. Oh, I had the collision shape, but a specific shape already on purpose. Man. Okay. Oh, I just messed up my collision shape. Can I Control Z? I can Control Z. No way. Okay, let's try this again. Select. Oh, they all have that collision shape. That's not right. Well, either way, let's see if I can add the... See, that's a different shape. So that's the collision shape just for this one. I wonder why they all ended up with that same collision shape. Because these should be like this. And this one should just be the full. And this one should be like this. This way you can walk up next to the wall. This one. Like that. Wonder what undid these. That's weird. Make an inverted game where you play that game. You're creating the game instead. Godot engine comes out. It's a game. It's inverted game. You make the game instead of playing it. What if that was a real genre? Inverted roguelike where you get stronger after every run. Huh. Or a level where you heal the enemies when you hit them, and in order to defeat the enemies, you need to get hit. Dun dun dun. Because they're talking weird stuff now. Actually, there's a game I want to make. I want to make it the game after Void Titan. And part of the idea for the game came from when I was playing Lara Croft. The first Lara Croft, she falls on a piece of rebar and almost dies. But that's not really the thing that threw me off. That definitely threw me off, but that's not what actually inspired this game idea that I have. It was not that. Instead, I noticed Lara Croft is like, she like shoots somebody, and it's the first person you kill in the game. And then she's like, oh no, I killed this person, and she's on the phone with her friend. And then she's like, Oh no, her reaction before she talks to anybody. Her reaction, she kills the person and then she pukes because oh my goodness, she just killed the person. And then later she's talking on the phone and she's like, "Yeah, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be," or something like that. And then you're just slaughtering people for the rest of the game. Like you go on a rampage. You probably kill like hundreds, maybe thousands of people solo. Like yeah, you just take them all out. And then there's no mental repercussions whatsoever. Like it's just whatever. And so I was like, well, what if I made a game where you have to harm people because you have to, like maybe it's a wartime scenario or something. But then part of the game is managing the mental strain of taking a life, you know, of what that would do to your character. So I built on that idea a little bit, and I decided the character would actually be a medic of sorts, and so their purpose is to go around helping people, and so it's even more traumatic for them, or it makes even more sense when they're impacted mentally for taking somebody out. I mean, Metal Gear was different for what it's worth, but you had to hide, run away, and not kill enemies in later games. Yeah. Well, I got to head out actually and touch grass. Oh, good luck, Remini. Enjoy touching grass. What's your favorite superhero villain? That's a good question. But let me get that. Let me get that once I finish talking about this game idea. So you guys almost touched on the actual core mechanic of the idea. Would it be slightly magical? The character as a healer can heal other people, but in order to do that, they absorb the pain that they have and take it on themselves instead. And then they have a way to disperse it, but only at periodic times. And so carefully you can heal people you're next to by absorbing their pain, and their body will heal. And it won't necessarily injure your body, but you'll feel the pain. And so you have to balance your own pain tolerance as well as your mental tolerance of harming other people, as well as, because you're supposed to be a healer, not a harmer. But part of your ability as well is you can take the pain that's in yourself and put it on other people, but you're never supposed to do that as a healer because you've made an oath to never do that. But then you're forced to in the game, and then that will impact you mentally. And so in a way you can win a fight by letting the enemy hit you, you take damage, and then you can place that damage onto them. But then that has an impact on you mentally. So it'd be an interesting game if I ever can get around to making it. But the art style I want to pursue for that, I cannot currently do, so I'm kind of at a hold up on that. Anyway, Artindi, what's your favorite superhero villain? Favorite villain, I think, is Magneto. He's pretty dope. Superhero, I'm not 100% sure. I do like Spider-Man. He's classic. Spider-Man's really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I read comic books before the Marvel Cinematic Universe was a thing. In fact, I read Iron Man, the comic book, before the first Iron Man movie came out. So I went and saw the Iron Man movie, and I was like, I know what's going to happen. Not that realism matters in games. To be honest, the idea is unrealistic because you get used to that. You do. There's still... And that would be something I'd want to include in there. Like, if you harm enough people, then you kind of get hardened to it. But at the same time, it still impacts you. I think it impacts you even deeper, though, the more you have to do it. Like, if it's just one person, it's going to be dramatic. If it's a lot of people, it starts to go down. But after a while, it can really build up. And I don't even know, because I haven't killed people. I feel like I'd want to interview people and learn about the psychology of PTSD and all that stuff. Like real PTSD. There's a lot of people, PTSD is a really popular thing for people to pretend that they have nowadays. But like actual PTSD, that would be an interesting thing to explore, I think, in a video game. Hey, Data Potato, what's cooking? Good looking. How's it going? Nice creeper. Remini, good oh, he's just saying bye. You should do an emotional intro with a doctor doing a plague of sorts to protect and help. Yeah, that would be cool. And like, what would make the game more interesting is if the tutorial of the game, you learn how to use the mechanic, and you learn how to do it because you're in like the graduating class, and so you're doing like a review examination of your healing abilities. But then in order to progress past the tutorial, you have to take an oath where you make an oath to never harm anybody, just like actual doctors do. They have an oath of do no harm. I'd change it a little bit, obviously, for the game, but you take an oath where you promise to never harm anybody, and so it's ingrained into you, and it would then be in the player's mind. Like, I need to, because everybody wants to roleplay, right? And so it'd be an interesting concept. Are you going to add UI or a health bar to display the player's current stats? In this game, no. Oh, yes, there will be a little bit of UI. I am dying. Sounds like a Doctor Who plot. Maybe. Hey, Zodiac Killer, how was killing people? The difference there is... what's the Zodiac Killer? He's a serial killer. Serial killers are sociopathic. And what's the other one? What is it? The short for it is psycho. Psycho something. They don't have empathy. They have major mental problems that makes them immune to the mental strain that comes with killing people. So it's not the best measurement for deciding how killing people impacts people's mentality. Are you going to add UI or a health bar to? Yes, I think I already asked that. PTSD, well, Metal Gear Solid again. Do they do that in Metal Gear Solid? You have to add an occlusion layer. It's in rendering on the right side. See, this guy's been sitting here watching me respond to comments. He's like, dude, it's right there. Rendering on the right. Right here. Occlusion layer, add element. There we go. So it pops up over here, though, after a while, doesn't it? Light mask 1. Is that all I have to do? It's just... That's it, huh? Is that it? Let's see. No, I didn't. I have to do something more than that. Did I say add element? Nope. I just need the one element. It's called light mask, and then I think I do stuff with it here, right? How do I get back to tile set? Select. It's under physics. Nope. Rendering. Occlusion layer 0. There we go. We found it. Thank you. Let's see, who said that? Makoto Dread. He's probably been watching the stream. Look at the emoji included. He's watching the stream like, dude, just do this. Yeah, I was gonna get there eventually. I was gonna watch a tutorial. You just saved so much time. Okay, but we're gonna no, that's not it. Go back. I think I just click in here. Let's see, how do I do it? Yeah, here we go. So we're just gonna add it in, mostly to match the collision shape that it has. So I should be able to just, yep, there we go. Can I just do this? Nope. Let's just do this. This'll work. We'll just take our time. And keep chatting. Keep talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. Artindi, I read comic books before Marvel. Translated, I read comic books before it was cool. Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Now it's not cool. That's like, I used to be like, yeah, I like superheroes. And other people are like, wow, what a nerd. I'm like, yeah, but it's cool because nobody likes it. But then now it's like you go out wearing a shirt with Iron Man's face on it, or Captain America's shield. It's like everybody's doing that, and now it's not cool anymore. It's just whatever. Every single, like, it's the same thing as Syndrome. It's like, when everybody's super, no one will be. And so now everybody likes superheroes because of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And so now I'm just like another drop in the bucket. It used to be something that set me apart from everyone else. Now it just makes me look like I'm one of the people in the crowd. I know, super upsetting. It's not really, but I like to complain. The difference is psychopaths don't, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Psychopaths don't have emotions, no fear, no remorse. Yeah, psychopaths are mentally ill from how they grew up, making them criminals. Exactly. Psychopaths can get away with killing a lot of people because they're psychopaths. They already have things wrong with their brain, so they can't damage it more. But if you take a perfectly normal, healthy person mentally and then subject them to being forced to kill other humans, it can be dramatically painful for their mind. So I think it'd be a fun subject to explore in a game, because no games do that. Like almost every game out there, it's just like you go on a rampage and kill thousands of people, and then you hardly get a line saying how it affects you, if that. Like most games don't even address that. I think it was remarkable that Lara Croft even had a single throwaway line to begin with, to show why she's able to do what she's doing. She's like, oh, it didn't even affect me. Maybe Lara Croft's a psychopath. Maybe that's what it is. That's all they were really showing us. Most people in prison are therefore sociopaths. Yep, a lot of them anyway. Sociopath does not care about consequences. That could be. These all got messed up. I can't adjust its dot after I click. You have to paint it in. Yes. I think we're getting there. Favorite sport, Artindi? Good question. I don't. Physical sports, I enjoy playing baseball, but I haven't even played that for forever. Otherwise, the only sport that I'll watch is a single esport, which is the Dota 2 International Championship. It's the highest grossing esport in the world. Has the largest champion cup out of any esport ever. Every year it breaks its own record as well. Except I think this last year. This last year I think was the first time it didn't beat its own record. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But when that comes up every year, I'll watch it. Yeah, but on the other hand, you feel some kind of social engagement, belonging, and proudness when you see a genre that you were the nerd of, seeing it growing in popularity and getting bigger. That's true. That's true. I used to be a big fan of Star Wars too. So it's true. You feel a sense of proudness as it becomes incredibly successful and well done. And then you also feel an epic amount of letdown when they start to be really bad at making it as well. So you get to ride the whole roller coaster because you're like, wow, they're doing this amazing thing with it. Oh my goodness. And then they start just like hiring the worst writers ever or something like that, and just pooping all over the source material. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm done. So that happens too. You get both the ups and the downs. Have to go soon. One final question, Artini. Have you ever been in or played an escape room? And if so, what are some memorable puzzles? I have been in a couple escape rooms, and the puzzles were not particularly memorable. I think a lot of escape rooms suffer from issues that they have. There's a lot of escape rooms have similar issues, I think, that could be fixed. A lot of their problems is it's just step after step of do this, then do this, then do this, then do this, and then you're out. And a lot of the times, none of the puzzles have anything to do with each other, and they're totally random, and you can figure it out, but they're really stupid. What would be better is to make use of the entire room and have everything tied together into one. So like have one main puzzle, and then maybe smaller puzzles contribute to that main puzzle or things like that. Like there's a lot of things you could do, but they don't take full advantage of the possibility of an escape room. And so they kind of lack in that way. But one thing I do remember about escape room that I did, I went on a date with a girl. We went to an escape room, and it was hilarious because we're looking around the room. We're like, all right, let's see what we need to do. And we saw that there was a bunch of like padlocks on different parts of the room. And we're like, okay, how many locks are there? Okay, there's this many locks. So we're going to have to find this many keys. And we're like, there's 5 locks. That means we're going to have to find 4 keys or combinations or things like that. And so we're quickly deducing this. And then halfway through, we're looking at, there's a file cabinet with a lock on one of the drawers. And we're looking at it and we're like, wait a second. The lock was just on the handle. Like the door was just closed. There was nothing holding it closed. There's just a lock visually there. And so we assumed it was being held closed by the padlock, but there's nothing. And it took us, half an hour of the hour to realize that it was just open the whole time. And so we just pulled it open. So I thought that was really clever because I'm sure it threw a lot of people off. They're like, oh, you assume because there's a padlock hanging on the handle that you cannot open the drawer until you unlock the padlock, but it was just hanging there. So that was pretty funny. It was for me with Zelda, Metal Gear Solid, One Piece, and DBZ, for example. They grew and grew. So when something grew slowly, it felt proud for, and when something grows quickly, like Fortnite, Marvel movies, etc., it felt like a trend. Yeah, I can see that too. Can you turn on grid snapping for those polygons that you are drawing with the magnet button right next to those 3 dots? I was going to go test it. I don't know if it's going to be super necessary because the shadows become... yeah, you can see the shadows. The shadows... I might need it though, actually, because you can see it's a little off right there. But the shadows become distorted very quickly, so I don't know how precise it actually needs to be, but we'll find out. Let's take a look at section 1 and see how it looks with the shadows in place. I might need to change the shadows so that they're actually only on the top of the wall. That way the shadows can hit the wall like this. Yeah, we're going to have to adjust it. But already, look, you can see the shadows from the lights just right there. I think that'll be really good. But yeah, maybe we'll turn on grid words. Maybe we'll turn on grid snapping to make it work. Tile set. How do I turn on grid snapping? Is that this right here? Yep, grid snap. That'll probably make it. Oh, is it going to like be all the way grid snap? Oh, it's full grid snap. It's like, yeah. Half pixel snap. Maybe we can do that. That might work. Or is there... Oh, there. We can just do that. No, it's not, it's off actually. I need it to be like right on that. So let's do the half pixel snap. Oh no, I can adjust it. Hey, look at that. Let's go to... That's close enough. Okay, we're just going to keep working on this and we'll keep chatting about whatever. But I think if I move it just to like the black area, or actually we'll do it part way on that. We'll do it like that. What are you guys all talking about? So when something grew slowly, it felt proud for... Oh, I read that. Yeah, let down for Metal Gear Survivors and Star Wars movies, but I feel honored for Metal Gear Solid Delta and the new Zelda game, for example. That's good. Thing I wanted to escape room. I wanted to do an escape room for years. Only played them in video games, like 99, like 9.99. Yeah, it's you can play escape rooms in video games, and then you don't have to pay $20 to do some typically lame puzzles. My judgment is so harsh, but I enjoy escape rooms. There's the social side of it too. You're just hanging out with friends and stuff, or with family members. I did one on a family reunion, and that was very fun. The puzzles were not memorable at all, but the experience with family members and stuff sticks with you. So at least you get that, you know. Yeah, I think this is going to work pretty well. Thanks for the grid snapping hint. Makes it a lot easier. I appreciate I've been using Godot for a while. Started Godot like a month ago. Nice. I still want to play Skylocraft. That would be fun. If someone makes that game, I'm going to play it for sure. The ultimate game that no indie will ever make because it'd be stupid for them to try. Okay, that was easy. I thought that would be a little bit of a grind, but man, we got that done real fast. Sad to hear you have hide some bad ones. Where I go, you have described as a good escape room as how all escape rooms are here. Oh, really? You've only had good escape rooms, huh? Yeah, I mean, they weren't awful, but most of them, they look like an office room that they just threw a bunch of crap in. Like, the effort they put into decorating them is so low as well, which I kind of makes sense because they have to change them frequently, but yeah, they're not that impressive. But you see some escape rooms on like YouTube videos and stuff, and it's like, dang, somebody actually put effort into it. Maybe they cost more too, but I don't know. Also, some of the problems that escape rooms have is their puzzles get worn out and the solutions become really obvious, right? Like if you have a book and somewhere there's a hint where you have to turn to a certain page in the book, the page in the book is like stuck. Like you open the book and it just flops to that page because so many people before you have held it open on that page. So yeah, it's kind of silly. Yeah, this looks dope. Looks really good. The lights add like a gradient to the ground, so it feels so much less flat. And then you also get the shadows. So that's really good. Let's go and add occlusion. Can't talk. Let's go add occlusion layers to all the other robots. Let's see, we got the charger. I don't think charger has one yet. Does not. Add child node. We're going to do a light occluder. I've seen a video about pixel perfectness, and I think it was Unreal Engine or something, and they showed some neat tricks with pixel collisions. Pixel collision. This might be helpful here. Maybe. I'm not trying to be too precise on my pixels. There's games like Noida or Celeste where all the visuals and everything are absolutely pixel perfect. It's really impressive, and yeah, it'd be nice to learn how to do that at some point. But this game would not actually benefit from that because it's way looser. That's a word, looser. That is a word, isn't it? Because a lot of things rotate, even though they're pixel art. I'm rotating, and it messes it up. So the only thing I need pixel perfectness on is the environment, where I need it to fit a certain distance from the camera to make sure all the pixels stay visible. Where here's full screen, maybe that makes a difference as well. But yeah, this is a mix between pixel art and vector art, I think. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing, but then again, it's art. Who cares? Some might, but you know, it's subjective. Epic Shoe, you have scripted him into a higher being. What did you do? During my stream, I was working on my game, and now the player just floats for no reason. That's funny. Sky Grindcraft. Ooh, I'd play that too. Actually, I don't mind grind in games. I think I've mentioned this before, but when a game is grindy, it's kind of nice because then you can listen to something else while you're playing, and it appeases my whatever it's called, my need for lots of input. Oh, we never turned on music. What are we doing? What should we listen to, guys? Free copyright free music. What should we listen to? Any hot ideas? Should we just do like instrumental, non-copyright instrumental music? Lo-fi spring vibes. Maybe 12 hours of free background music, copyright free for creators and streamers. The April edition. It's a year old. Doesn't look like it's been copy struck. But then again, who knows? Should we do that one maybe? Ice Creeper. I don't know. It says something with escape rooms in the front and it's blue afar, but I have to find it again. And like there's escape room games that has an app for it too, so you play for real but with graphics. Oh, so it's like that's weird. That's kind of cool but also weird. I wouldn't want to download an app just to play an escape room because I go to them so infrequently. But I don't know, could be fun. Quit the animation, just finished rebuilding my Lego Clayface. Nice. Copyright free music might still give you a strike, by the way. That's true. It's true. So maybe we'll just do the trusted fairly music. Let's see. Copyright free Nintendo music. It's like a jazzy Nintendo. Let's see, where is it? Where's the one that he always does? No, I can't find it. How did I search it before? Copyright free. No, that's not it. Free game music. No copyright. Let's try that. Why can't I find it? Let's do jazz Nintendo. Surely that would bring it up, but then it's just not popping up. Maybe it was copy struck. Like I can't find it. I can't find it here anyway. Maybe I should switch out of my alt account. And maybe it'll show up. Let's see. Free jazz. Let's see. Game jazz Nintendo music, no copyright. Oh, that's why I just looked up. Game music jazz remix. My goodness, I can't find it anywhere. I'll have to look at my history. Enjoy this boring screen of me like just looking at stuff on my other screen. Hang on. We're gonna find it here. Do. There it is. There we go. We got something going on rather than just my boring voice. The entire Undertale OST. Would that work? Minecraft music? Is Minecraft music copyright free? I mean, people stream Minecraft and they'll get copy struck, so I'd probably be fine with that, wouldn't it? He keeps saying it. Minecraft music, Minecraft music. I love you, Fairly Music. Am I allowed to put the ISBN or will I get sued? What's the ISBN? Well, it was stretching my time. Have to leave now. Catch you later, Nice Creeper. There's a no copyright Minecraft video song video by 5Tev that's 30 minutes long. The only problem is the outro song is copyright. Oh, just gotta be careful not to play that one if I do it. I don't listen to the jazz Nintendo music myself. Yeah, it's not really my favorite thing, but we'll just turn it down a whole bunch. Put it in the background here. And it works. I know I won't get copy struck for it because Fairly uses this all the time. And he's never been copy struck. But there's quite a variety on here, so it's not just this song. It definitely feels, it's his vibe. I need to eventually find something that's like my own thing. I could, okay, what I could do, let's see. I could just play my own music from like Void Titan music. We could just play this. Will it play if when this ends? Will it go to the next song? Nope. Lame. Is there a way to play all of them? Can I just open it? Nope, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Palandria soundtrack? What is that? See, if I play all the mins, they're pretty relaxed. I could do like this one. Maybe we'll just keep it open, and then when the song ends, we'll pretend to remember to play the next one. But we'll turn it down too. This is way too loud. Banana Boogie. B platform OST. Oh, you didn't say you looked it up. You said look it up. Palandria soundtrack. That sounds cool. I listened to the soundtrack for Gris the other day. It sounded really good. I've never played Gris though, and I bet you it'd be like way better if I actually played it. Okay, what were we working on? I don't even know. Oh yeah, we're adding light occluder 2Ds. Let's do this. Oh, wrong one. You guys watch me draw circles for the next 5 minutes. So exciting. Okay, one thing about these, they're really... Okay, I don't know if this music would actually work. Maybe I should just write some actual good background music. They're really, repetitive because it's supposed to be just like epically background. But then it also changes, right? So you'll be hearing this when it's calm. And then when it becomes dangerous, it will slowly blend into this. Oh yeah. Or like this one. This is what you'll hear. When it's calm. So you just be chilling, mining or something, doing whatever. Then all of a sudden the Void Titan will be sneaking up behind you. And as soon as it's close enough, the music changes it to this. Smoothly, of course. Let's see. I think this one's one of the more exciting ones. Maybe it was a different one. Yeah, it was this one. Oh yeah. It sounds like a more drummy version of Palendria music. I'll have to look it up. Either Dodio. Oh, yeah, I should loop Dodio. Let's see. Dodio. Is there an endless loop of Dodio anywhere? Dodio, 1 hour. Here we go. Let's see how long this, oh wait, it turns off when I click away. Let's actually open it in YouTube, I guess. See how long we can listen to this before we go insane. There we go. If anybody joins the stream now, they're going to join the stream and be like, really? You're playing that? You can make a playlist in Media Player of all your music and it should autoplay the next song. Really? Let's see. Media Player. Oh, but I have to like assemble the playlist. Recent media. Those ones that I played recently, I guess. Music library. Maybe I'll do that sometime. Do some off-screen mining. I'm sorry to point this out, but in your thumbnail, the light coming from the monitor on the left is from the top of the monitor, whilst it probably should come from the bottom. Yeah, it's not perfect. Don't judge me. Just kidding. No, you're probably right. I drew it in like 2 hours, so I can't say a whole lot of effort was put into it. I still love it though. Well, thank you. Oh well, it's music. Yeah, it's called Dodio. But it's actually D-O-H-D-O. I don't think we can listen to that. Let's just go back to the Nintendo Jazz music. We'll skip this first one though. It's kind of lame. Yeah, this song isn't that bad. Anyway, back to work. Nice job distracting me. Let's do the cannon now. The cannon. The cannon. Prepare the cannons. Where is it? There it is. So I'm wondering if we should add an occlusion layer just to the square part of its body. What do you think? I think so. Let's do that. That seems to make the most sense in my mind. So add it to this guy. Add child. Light occluder. New polygon. Let's do it. We can just do a big square. This will be the easiest one. Boom. Done. Save that. And then we'll do the bomb cannon. The bomb cannon might be a little different because it's shaped odd. Yeah, we're just gonna do the circle, I think. Add child node. Well, maybe body rotation animation. Does that rotate the whole body? It just rotates this body. Okay, let's add it to this one then. Instantiate child scene. Nope, wrong button. Add child node. Light occluder. And light occluder. Hey Artindi, remember that monkey you drew? He's so lonely and he needs a friend. I deleted it. I didn't save it. I'm sorry. It's gone now. The monkey's dead. It's a dead monkey. Say goodbye to the monkey, because it's dead. Distracting Artindi is one of my hobbies. Hello, Brainiac Gamer. What's cooking? Glad you could join the stream. Welcome, welcome. Till the tank is empty suddenly. No warning. It's like driving a Lambo without a brake. Until the tank is empty. Wait, let's see. Let's go back to the beginning. I distract the most because of my ADHD. I can't stop. Never been diagnosed, but it's possible I have ADHD, but I don't really care to know if I do have that. But I do get distracted a lot. Could be a good thing. I don't know. Until the tank is empty, suddenly, no warning. Yep. But wasn't that monkey supposed to be the second playable character? A change of plans. If that was the plans have changed. I don't know where you were. You missed out. But it was a consensus. It was a very public consensus. So we all agreed to it. Even you agreed to it. Don't you remember? You were there. You said, "Yeah, let's do exactly that." Don't you remember that? I can't believe you forgot this. How to fail at gaslighting. Okay, let's put this in here. Let's just do the black part. I think that will work. That way we can be sure to get a good even circle. Oh, I missed one. I can move it later. I missed another one. There. Nailed it. First try. Let's try this again. Now everything has occlusion layers too. It's going to be cool. Oh, I just started the wrong scene. Yeah. Looks good. I think we need to turn down the other thing a little bit. Let's see. Let's go to the light. Where's the light? Floor light. Let's turn this from 12. Let's go to like 6. Maybe that will make a difference. Because it's really it's kind of weird. It looks off. So all the shadows aren't quite on the actual shapes themselves, you know? Yeah, it's a little better. Looks sick. But there's a lot of shadows being cast as well, so maybe we need to add more lights in, or should we just leave it? I don't know. What do you think? It looks fine. It adds so much character though, the lights and the shadows. Woo! Okay, let's just add lights to all the levels now. So we got all that stuff done, all that difficult stuff. Stay Real, how's it going? Welcome. I think you've been at some of my streams before, right? Welcome back, if that's the case. Unless I just have a bad memory, but I'm pretty sure I've seen you before. I know software that can restore deleted data for free. There's a chance to restore him. I think it's worth it. Nope. Because I closed it, and it said, do you want to save? And I said no. So it was never even saved to begin with. So it's unlikely it's going to be anywhere at all. It could be, but he's gone. It'd take less effort just to draw a new monkey, rather than whatever that is. Hey, Stay Real just became a supporter. Dude, that's awesome. He can post watermelon emojis now. Yeah, I didn't even save it. Like I closed Sprite and it asked me, he's like, "Do you want to save the monkey?" And I was like, "Nah." But hey, Stay Real, thanks. You're the 4th person to become a YouTube member, so that's pretty awesome. That means anytime you leave a comment on my video, you will get a response, no matter what. Which I try to respond to everybody, but it gets hard sometimes. He's like, "Watermelon, I don't have money." Yeah, but I didn't draw that watermelon. Haha. That's pretty awesome, Stay Real. You just made my day. Okay, section 2. Let's add some lights. Oh wait, we gotta add these things. Let's see. This is gonna be robot spawners. This is kind of a grindy little stream here, but that's okay because we can just chill and chat, right? Chill and chat, as long as I read the chat though. Boop. Okay, got those out of the way. Monkey dead. He killed Mew Mew. Was that the monkey's name? I missed that one guy who kept donating 99 cents. Oh yeah, he hasn't been here for the last 2 streams. Where'd he go? Wait, what's this? I gotta look at this conversation going on. Hang on, just a second. Ah. Sanctuary Shattered Sun. That's a lot of S's. Sanctuary Shattered Sun. Holy tongue twister. An extra $1. He's like the guy who didn't donate. The guy didn't show up to donate 99 cents, so I'll take care of it. That's funny. Well, thank you. No, there's a game. Have you guys, if you guys know about Supreme Commander, it's like one of the greatest RTSs ever made. It's old now though, but some people were making a new game called Shattered. Let's see, what was it called? Hang on, let me look again. Sanctuary Shattered Sun. Boy, that's a tongue twister. Talking about failing to name your game good. That's how you do it. But it's like the spiritual successor of. It's inspired heavily by Supreme Commander. Why? Oh, those are all. My bad. I already did it. Danger floor. There we go. Let's add another child node. There we go. We're gonna call this one Decorations. But I might have to get that sometime because Supreme Commander is really fun. If you like RTS games, like Supreme Commander is amazing. And so if this new game is anything like it, it's gonna be dope. Instantiate child. We're gonna do the light, floor light. There we go. And then we just gotta turn on smart snapping. It should already be set correctly. Yeah, we got it good. We got it good. Okay, now we can just put these wherever. I think it'd be cool maybe just to put them in the corners. These though are where the robots spawn. And some of the robots, like the cannons, they don't move. So when they spawn, they just stand there. So if I were to put this right here, there's a chance it will get covered up by a robot just sitting on it. So I'm going to move it up here so it's just off. The new dollar guy. Oh, I love the look as I get close. That looks so good. The lights are dope. We're gonna put this one off. It's gonna be right there instead. No, we can do the same. We'll do it right there. What the melon? Wow, that kid revived the donator. Google Drive should work for what? I missed something. Can you upload it? That kid? Oh, that kid's doing something. I took it before the hat. Oh, you made a screenshot of the monkey? Well, I mean, like I could always draw another one, but at the same time, I don't really wanna. Let's put a light right there, just because it will. We're just kind of being random with these. It doesn't really matter where they go. Let's do them here and here. Then we'll put one here and here. And we can have one on the way out into the next room right there. The monkey. How does the auto shadow for the character work with these lights? I don't fully understand it. I don't know how to set it up. I can explain it real quick. You make a light, and then you turn shadows on. You click enable, and then you set some of these settings. This will make the light less strict. It'll give it kind of a blend. Instead of it just being a harsh one-line light, it'll kind of blend out the shadow a little, between shadow and not shadow. And then you take what you want to add an occlusion layer to, such as the player, and then you just add this node in, light occluder, and this node will block lights that are on the same layer. And I haven't touched the layers, so by default it should work as long as you enable shadows on your light. But then you just make the occluder, you click this, you say new occluder shape, and then you just use the point tool to draw it out. and then whatever shape you have, lights will not be affected by that and will in fact cast shadows from the source of the light. So I don't know exactly how it works technically, but that's how you put it in there. You seem like your name is Blaine, Artindi. Like my actual name, like my first name, it is not Blaine. I'll let you guess though. Play a little bit of a guessing game, see if you can guess what my actual name is. Winner gets, well actually there might be people out there who already knows what my real name is, so maybe no winners. Winner gets a congratulations personally from me. So I'm making my first game, and Kid Boy 33, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Oh wait, you've already been on the stream for a little bit, haven't you? Or is it somebody else? I guess you just joined. So I'm making my first game, and it's going pretty slow because I'm leading every step as I go. Will I be faster second time around? For sure you will, actually. Oh, because you're learning every step as you go. Yeah, for sure. The next time around, you'll already have lots of stuff learned, and you'll just be like, what am I supposed to do here again? Oh yeah, that's right. And maybe you have to still watch a tutorial here and there. In fact, that's just a part of game development. You're constantly going to be going back for references. But yeah, for sure. Second time around, you're going to be that much more ahead because you'll know what you need to do at least, even if you have to re-look it up. Yeah, Kid Boy 33 it should be. His name is Josh. Nope. Good guess though. Don't worry. I use gdevelop, but it seems like a good indication how it works when another engine, because the principles are the same. I was here earlier. Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna say I was pretty sure his real name is Artindi. Could be. No, that's my game name. It's my gamer tag. Where's the monkey screenshot link? Everybody wants the monkey screenshot. It says Dumpster Fire Tunes. Did you already answer what makes good cover art? I did not. Let's get back. I'm going to keep reading these while I keep working on oh, I just added the lights to this. It's probably good. Section 3, same thing, more grindiness, but it'll look better once we get these in here. Robot spawner, and it'll make future, oh wait, robot spawners. It'll make future level editing that much easier as well. What happened to it? Boop. It's got the button emoji. Your name like pops up a lot easier on the chat as well. That's kind of cool. Switched it for the alien emoji. Did you already answer what makes good cover art? I was watching a video about cover art. I have talked about that a little bit ago. One of the things that makes good cover art is not pixel art. That's something I saw in I think it was a GD, whatever it's called. One of those talks at a convention. Don't use pixel art. Also, if you can help it, don't use screenshots from your game as the cover art. There are games that have done that and have been successful, but statistically, unless your game looks beautiful all the time, no matter where you go. Like, okay, for example, Factorio has that. Let's see, where is it? Factorio, look at that. That's just a screenshot, sort of. It's a very manufactured screenshot, but it's technically just a screenshot. Stardew Valley is using pixel art, but I mean, they kind of get away with it. It works. But for the most part, you'll want to make some really nice art or save up $100 to hire an artist to make you something. So you can find something. But if you're going to pay $100 to put your game on Steam, you might as well pay $100 to make your game look good on Steam, right? Think about it that way. Anyway, quit distracting me, you guys. Play Bloon Tower Defense 6. Not today. I can't play games while I'm working on games. We'll save that for tomorrow's stream. If I stream tomorrow, I'll stream just playing some games or something. So mostly just indie games or games you have, something we can critique and look at how much it sucks or something. So, but one of the personal rules for the game development streams is no going off and playing random games unless it's a game I'm making. So, or if it's part of an explanation of something, right? But only for that explanation. I didn't say to play it necessarily. Oh, I plays it. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm bad at reading. Don't judge me. Actually, you can judge me. I shouldn't say that. Everybody has a right to judge. Danger Floors. That's such a dumb name, but we're going with it now. It's already a thing. I do play it. I just barely bought it during the summer sale. I'm really tempted to buy Elden Ring as well. You guys are free to try to talk me into it. Because I have $31. And right now it's on sale, bringing it to like $41. And my birthday is next month. And my wife's like, you could get a partial early birthday gift so you can get Elden Ring. And I'm like, tempting. But then I won't have any more personal money at all. I'll be gone. I'll have no money. At least till next paychecks or something. But be a very poor person, but I'll have Elden Ring. So I don't know. I bought a ton off that sale. Oh yeah? What'd you get? You have a wife? I do have a wife. She's a great wife. You've watched my show, right? You've seen her. At least everybody decided that was her. It was really more generic. It wasn't actually her. Here, I'll show you. You guys are extra distracting today. We got to the easy part, and now you're just distracting me. Where was it? How to fail FPS games. Ta-da! Although it's not really meant to be. This isn't really meant to be me at this point because I'm actually referring to the viewer. So this is the viewer hanging out with somebody. But in order to draw this, I had her pose that way so I could have a reference. I tried to look up something like that, but I couldn't find anything. So I was like, hey, can you sit like this? She's like, why? I was like, just do it. So then she did it. And she thought it was really funny, but it worked. Magic. Artindi needs to open it in stream. Open what in stream? Like removing the dots. What? Yeah, link needs to be altered. I don't understand. If you buy Pizza Tower, I do not think you will be upset. That's what everybody says. But if I buy Pizza Tower, I definitely cannot buy Elden Ring. It's either Elden Ring or a few small games. And I'm almost like I could just buy a few small $10 games and I'd spend less and potentially get more playtime. But Elden Ring is just so enticing right now to me. Let's see. Decorations. I got Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, Borderlands 2, and Dance of Fire and Ice, and Wallpaper Engine. Nice. I've played Enter the Gungeon. I guess you're a roguelike fan. Instantiate child scene. Do the light. Let's turn on snapping. Or put it right there. The dirt doesn't appear on top of it though. I could change that though. Because if I bring up the decoration tile set, then it will, because they're both on the same layer right now. If I brought them up, the dirt would appear on top. But I don't know if I really want that, so I'll just put it there. Artini needs to open Discord to open that important picture in stream. Did you put something questionable? Where'd you put it in general? What important picture? Oh, the monkey. Huh, that's funny. There's the monkey. It was screenshotted, eh? Impressive. Oh, you screenshotted it because you could go back to the past stream. I see. You went and gave me a view just so you could screenshot that, huh? I put the picture in Discord. Pizza Tower is amazing. I've only heard good things about Pizza Tower so far. Animal Well is excellent. Elden Ring has tons of playtime and replayability. See, everybody's trying to talk me into just getting smaller games, but then Cole comes along, he's like, no, get Elden Ring. You could buy a short hike. It should cost around $3 right now. That's that indie game where you play as a bird, right? Animal Well is my favorite game this year, and I've played Donkey Country 3 this year. Ooh, impressive. Better than Donkey Country. It's a bit sarcastic there. It's Monkey. I actually screenshot it during last stream. Oh, you did do it during the stream. That's impressive. Okay, let's go to the next section. Same thing. Let's hit the grind. That's one of the things about game dev. Every once in a while you just get some really grindy moments. That's okay. Robot spawners. I tell you, when my game is successful, don't say it's because of that monkey. Okay, I won't. I won't ever sue you over the rights to the monkey if you want to use it for whatever. You'll have to redraw it though, because I don't think the screenshot's going to work well as a sprite for some game. Oh, my bad. Let's add another one. Danger floors. There we go. Pizza Tower is really replayable. Probably is. Animal Well is the lasagna of games. Like there's 3 layers. I'm allergic to lasagna though, so that wouldn't work so well. Decorations. Light. Really? So I'm gonna use it, lol. Yeah, go ahead. You can redraw that monkey and use it for anything. I hereby among these witnesses do how do I phrase this so it sounds professional? I forfeit any rights or claim over said monkey drawing. It would be funny if it suddenly became worth $1 million. It's like, no. That'd be really funny, actually. And depressing. The lights are so random. They work. No Wamatube, but that monkey would make a perfect... Oh, you're replying to somebody. Or anyone. That monkey would make a perfect tiny monkey character. That would. I will copyright the monkey. Blob's like, I'll copyright it since you're not gonna. It's open. It's free and open source right now. Is that the word for it? It's no, it's copyright free. What's the word for it? There's an actual term. Stock. It's stock right now. It's stock image. But then the Blob's like, nah, I'm gonna copyright it. If anybody uses it, then I'll sue them. I need to download the stream. I'll make money. NFTs, yeah. Yeah, the NFTs turned out really well, didn't they? That was so funny. Like, NFTs started happening, and I actually got messages from people that were like, hey, is this a thing? Like, should we do this? And I was like, I don't know. It's probably just a silly thing. I don't think it's gonna get anywhere. And then, like, a year later, people either hate NFTs or they just, like, don't do anything now. It's a cool idea. Conceptually, a very cool idea, but it didn't take off. Maybe it will happen in the future. Who knows? How to fail at making lighting. That's what we're doing. Robot spawners. The game where the monkey becomes viral and you don't. That would suck a little bit if I gave it away and then it turns out. Actually, that'd be awesome. If that happens, dope. And to some extent, some of that clout would come back to me either way, because people would, if it became that famous, people would want to know the history of the monkey. And it'd become like YouTube video essays. To be like, this monkey that you thought was created by the Blob and was owned by the Blob, turns out it was originally made for this purpose. And the owner gave it away. Was that wise for him to do so? Maybe it was foolish, or maybe he just wanted to be, I don't know, yeah, it'd be interesting. If you see the monkey, you have to pay it was my idea tax, which is 80% of the money's made. Just need to figure this monkey thing out. What would make a new Souls-like feel different from the rest? That's a good question. Be made by a different company? Because, I mean, Elden Ring is a pretty cool game and all, but it's basically just Dark Souls 4. Like, even the UI is the same, so... what am I doing? I'm getting distracted, that's what I'm doing. Danger floors. Oh, that's such a dumb name. I'm glad I'm streaming the dumb things I name my nodes. Put out there in the public. Decorations. That looks cool. Oh, you know what's lame though? The shadow should be right here. Like this should be able to. This should. It's a little off because of that. But the shadow should be cast from right here. But all of this should still get lit up. I wonder if I can add like a little jagged line just goes boop boop, you know? Oh, I should try and do that. We're gonna do that right now. Wall tile set. So if we select like this guy, oh, then we can add one in and add another one in. Think that will work? Let's see. What was it? Section 5? It works! But then if this light is on this side, oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Yeah, yeah boy. That's how you dev right there. That's how you not fail at dev. Okay, let's add that to the rest of them. How to fail at failure right there. That's how you succeed. Oh, this is brilliant. Let's see, what did I do with this one? Oh, let's put it. Oh, that kills it somehow. Let's just do that then. We'll see. It should work just fine. There we go. It looks awesome when we do that. And this one doesn't need it because it's all just inside corners. Let's go back. See what it looks like. Yeah, that's so much better. That's so cool. Because the light shouldn't be from the top of the wall, it should be from the floor. Oh my goodness. I'm a genius. I'm not keep up with chat at all. I'm the worst. The worst at streaming. Yeah, that looks so much better. Like the lights made it look good, but now they actually look natural because the shadows are appropriate. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Nice. Anyway, I have so much left to do. Let's see if I can catch up real quick. I'll definitely use that monkey in my game now, and I'll be successful. Do it. I was the one who told him to make it. I get dibs on the rights. It's well, you can't really copyright it now. I will make sure to strike such silly videos. Yeah, but I'll use it as a unique and creative way. Please play Pizza Tower. It's a very good game. I have 208.5 hours on it. Dang, bro. I think I mentioned it last stream. I've been getting into Noida. Just because I've seen a lot of people playing it, mostly because what's his name has been playing it, Pirate Software, I think. So, but it's fun. When I first played it, I did not like it, but now that I know what a roguelike is, and I'm playing it, I'm like, yeah, this is a good roguelike. It's well designed. Because I used to not quite understand what a roguelike was. In fact, I made a video review of Noida, and I critiqued it because of its roguelike elements. I was like, this is really dumb, because if you want to play a certain... I said mostly positive things about it, because it was a cool game. But I was like, this is really dumb, because if you want to play a certain build, you can't. You have to just rely on total chance. I was totally missing the point of what a roguelike was. I've removed that video because I was wrong. I think I removed it. Did I? Oh well, you might be able to watch it, see how dumb I was. Way back 5 years ago. I know something like a promotional poster, don't be a monkey, be a human, or something. Hey, that'd be good. When will you make a how to fail at cover art? One day. I might make a how to fail at making a Steam page and include that as one of the points. Are you working on your cover art right now? I've heard people talk about how you want something with high contrast, you want something with this or that, and I don't know, there's a lot of different ways you could do it. You also want your cover art to convey a little bit of what your game's about, all the way down to the font you use. Like if you have a crafting game, these are all things that I'm taking directly from this GDC talk. If you have a crafting game, your cover art should include like a hammer somewhere in the art or on the logo to communicate immediately to the player what kind of game it is. Or if you have, I don't know, like a space type of game, your font needs to match that. So there's a lot of stuff like that. Also, I need to make a how to fail at making trailers for your game, because indie devs just epically suck at making trailers, including myself. After I made mine, I was like, oh, I could have done better on so many different things, but I only recognized that much after I made it. So, you know, that happens. What am I doing? Instantiate child. I don't need to instantiate. I need to add child node. Node duty. Robot spawners. In the terms and services for ad use, there was no mention of something like promotional posters, only a banner on the top or bottom. Pirate Software is called Thor the Goblin King. That's right. That's just his channel called Pirate Software. Guess his name isn't actually Pirate Software, but his name isn't actually Thor the Goblin King either, so I mean... Everybody was calling him Thor for forever, though, and I thought that maybe that was just his actual name. And considering who his dad is, that would make sense. I mean, I could see his dad naming his kid Thor. Rename to... What was this? Danger Floors. Did Artindi upload any games? If yes, how can I find it? You can find them on itch.io. Just look up Artindi and you'll find my games. Got a few games you can play in browser there. I recommend the Insight. That game's kind of fun. Just a little arcade game I made. That way, when I tell people you should make an arcade game first, and I can be like, I made an arcade game, even though I didn't technically make it first. But I regret not making it first. I would have learned so much by. I did learn a lot just by making that little teeny game. Decorations. Do I say it like that every time I add that? Sorry. I'm sorry for being so cringe. I already have the cover art in mind with colors, letters, and perspective, etc. Nice. Any Steam games? Yes. You can look up Void Titan on Steam and wishlist it. It's not out yet. It's purple. It's purpley. I'll show you. Void Titan. First result. Apparently it's similar to Noida. I don't think it really is. It's not. That's not true. It's similar to Terraria because it looks like Terraria, but I don't get that. Weird. My wife is asking me if I want garlic noodles or tuna fish with Ritz crackers. We're gonna do a poll.
No.
Yep, we're doing a poll now. What's for dinner? And we're gonna do garlic noodles.
Maybe you should describe what garlic noodles are.
They're just like noodles with butter and garlic. It's really simple. Or we got tuna plus crackers. This isn't an ad for Ritz. Plus crackers. All right, start poll. Okay, stream, decide my fate. What am I eating?
You care that little?
No, well, I mean, I'll eat whatever. Eventually, I'll eat both, I'm sure, but for now, we'll let them decide. There you go. I'll let you know. Or do you want to stick around? Should we just wait a little bit? Garlic noodles is winning 100% right now. Oh, it's 88% now.
You'd have to come and get me.
I'd have to come and get you.
Yeah. Or I can
I'll just
stay.
yell really loud with my microphone next to my mouth. I'll be like, yo!
Yeah.
Except louder. I wonder what for dinner. King Harakinen. Garlic noodles with butter. Add a bit of olive oil too. Maybe a little bit of olive oil. Butters. We don't need to clog our arteries all the way. That's what AI is for. It gives out an average sketch of what a cover art should look like, and then you use that as a reference and remake it. Hey, that's a good use for AI. Did you use a GDD to create your game? If yes, how do you avoid including useless concepts? What's a GDD? I don't know what that is. Please, fill me in. Scroll up. What's the game? Wait, what's what game? Oh, garlic noodles with butter. Add a bit. Wait, huh? I'm missing something. Combine them both into one. Put the tuna in the garlic noodles and then eat them on crackers. That sounds gross. I don't say, but good luck with the little project. I don't know what to say, but good luck with this little project. Oh, thank you, Fox71. Yeah, we're making progress, even though lots of things are distracting me. We're making good progress. We're on level 6 right now, adding in some more lights. And we'll close the poll here in just a second.
I better start boiling water.
Yeah, it looks like garlic noodles is winning at 79%. But you never know. It could flip. Could flip. Probably not, but you never know. The Steam game is called Void Titan. You can Google it, look it up. Or not Google it. You can look it up on Steam. Void Titan. VOID space TITAN. And yeah, you could probably Google it as well. Actually, don't. There's a fake website.
Oh, yeah.
There's a fake website from a scammer. A scammer made a fake website called Void Titan, the game website or something. And it probably has malware. It has a small downloadable. He lied and said it's like his homework or something, and I was like, I ain't clicking that. He said he just had to make this website for a class. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. But I don't like that you did that. Can you take it down, please? He's like, oh, yeah, sure. It's just for a class. And then he never took it down. And I'm like, dude, take this down. This is not good. This is definitely malicious. And he just stopped responding. And so it still exists. Don't go to that website. Or, I mean, you can go to it, but don't download anything. All he did was take sprites that are free to access, apparently, from Steam itself. I can see how they could do that. They just go to a lot of games that potentially could become successful, and then they start making websites before the developers do. Yeah, not evil people out there. So don't Google it. Just go to Steam and look it up.
I'm just gonna go boil water. Unless you can put it in the bowl.
Game Design Doc, GDD. Ah. Yeah, Game Design Doc is a really good idea. What? Okay, we're going to end the poll. It looks like garlic noodles wins. So garlic noodles it is. It's been decided.
Cool.
Game design document. You basically write a guide for yourself. What you plan on including in your game. There you go. I have made some game design documents. They always end up getting changed. Because whenever I do make a game design document, it's with other people. Because that way, as a team, you can stay focused on what you're doing. When I make a game myself, I make the game design document in my head. Other than that, once I have solid things that I know I need to pursue, then I'll make a to-do list on Discord, like I have here. Here's the to-do list for the game we're working on right now. There's a Void Titan to-do list as well. This is just right here. This is changed frequently. Like I'll edit and re-edit and add stuff and take stuff out, and like lots of stuff happens here. Same with this. As we've been doing these streams, I've added several things to here as you've given ideas, and we've checked things off. We'll probably end up removing stuff, especially once we get everything decorated. Then we can just remove this because hey, we did it. So, yep, this is my game design document. Besides just stuff I put in my head. So, I have in the past written down my game design documents, but I never use them as a reference after I do. Unless it's a to-do list, like I just showed you, I don't use it because it's just in my brain anyway. I don't know. Otherwise, don't use me as example. Do make a game design document. It would probably be helpful. You'll figure out what works for you, but you'll never know unless you make it. So make a game design document. Adjust it as needs be to work with your workflow or with your team. So that's my 2 cents, I guess. How do I look it up? What do I have to look up for in Steam? Yeah, just go to Steam and search Void Titan. It's really easy. Search Void Titan. And it's the only result. If you search up those 2 words, apparently they're unique to my game. So that's kind of nice. When is cost 2? Well, after cost 1 for sure. As Wario, I can confirm this. Yes, garlic noodles are almost pizza level. Garlic noodles are pretty good. As long as the noodles are cooked enough. If they're not cooked enough, I don't know. Where's my light? Oh, I just put in a light occluder. My bad. Goodbye. I need to instantiate. Floor light. I'm gonna put one right here. Da da da. Ba boo 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 ba doo boo boo doo. Can you use ChatGPT to generate a GDD for you and you fill out the info? I'm sure you could. ChatGPT does a lot of stuff. I have never actually used ChatGPT ever. I'd like to one day. I'd like to play around with it. I'm sure it's an incredibly helpful tool. I have a friend who would use it all the time on all sorts of stuff, including his homework, questionably. But at the same time, I see how useful it is. He made his resume using it, and he's like, can you look over my resume, see what needs to be improved? And I was like, this is a weird resume. And that's because half of it was like made up. Like it was true stuff, but then some of the details were like weird. He's like, yeah, I made ChatGPT make my resume. And I was like, that makes sense because it's a weird resume. But it works. I wouldn't use it to that extent, but I can see its usefulness in many other things. Especially for its nature to be random. Like you can definitely get random prompts for stuff. That'd be really cool, actually. Like if you need to work on art, be like, hey, I need to work on art. I want it to have this kind of feel. You can be way more specific. I need to do this and this and this. Can you give me a prompt? And then it will give you a much more specific and interesting prompt than you otherwise would by just finding a prompt generator. And because prompt generators are just pulling random words from the dictionary sometimes. So, yeah, I think it could be better to use ChatGPT for prompts. What's the easiest genre to make? Clicker games? In my opinion, it's arcade games. There's a lot of variety you can make with those. Clicker games would be relatively easy, but that's almost arcade style. To make a good clicker game, though, it takes a lot of time and effort, I think. A lot of depth, if you want to make it good. Simple arcade style games, I think, are the easiest. I hope he'll find out one day that olive oil doesn't clog your arteries. Maybe. Butter does. Butter's basically just oil as well. Most oil is bad for you, though. It's not super healthy. Actually, almost all oil is bad for you, especially if you take in large doses. But over time, if you're eating oil in every meal, which like most Americans do, it can be very bad for you. What is this? Danger floors. Do you use ChatGPT as a tool? You use ChatGPT as a tool, not to replace you. Proofread it, for example, and adjust all the details, not just rely on the first prompt. Exactly. I think it's a very powerful tool. I think AI is a very powerful tool. I think it still has a long way to go, though. So, and I'm in the minority of people who believe that AI tools are not going to replace humans. Like they will, but at the same time, they'll just come up with other things. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I see it just as a really powerful tool. Instantiate, add child node. Yep, that's what I need to do. Here, Artindi, do you know if they're ever gonna port NAC 2 to PC? I don't know what NAC 2 is, so maybe. ChatGPT makes code, but it's a mess and needs a human proofreading. Yes, the AI code assistants that I've seen, the biggest benefit they have is they provide you with syntax, because most of the time their syntax is correct, but it doesn't always work with whatever code you already have. So you can use it to just find quick snippets of code that might help as you go. You don't want it to solve complex problems, but really small specific things, it can help you out quite a bit. Decorations. In fact, there's a plugin for that really popular coding environment. What's it called? Everybody uses it. I can't remember now. Ugh, I'm spacing. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, anybody uses it. There's a plugin for it, and actually, let's not put any lights in this room. It'd be cool if we just leave it dark. Make it questionable. Like them just putting random lights in random places. There's no real order to this. I occasionally thank it for answering my question, just in case there's ever going to be a in real life Skynet. It's probably wise, actually. Not a bad strategy. Better to be on the good side of Skynet so that you're one of the last to die. At least they'll make you a slave instead of just, throwing you in the incineration chamber. So there's that to think about. Let's see, if AI, for example, can make stories, but the stories don't necessarily have to make sense, or the AI forgets important details a few messages after. That's true. They're less consistent. And that's the same with a lot of the art, too. Like, AI art often, it's just like makes an image, but it might not have the depth of thought and contrast or symbolism that a normal art piece might have. This reminds me of Gordon Ramsay and Jamie Oliver compilations of them adding just a little bit of olive oil, pouring half the bottle over the food. Yummy. You know what I like, though, is cooking an egg in olive oil. That is yummy. It's good stuff. Section 8. Moving right along. That kid likes its water, lol. Some, I drink milk like it's olive oil. I drink olive oil like it's milk. Hands. Yeah, hands. Have you guys seen the rings? They made rings where you wear the ring and it adds a finger to your hand. That way, if you're ever caught on tape or in a picture doing something you shouldn't, you just be like, hey, no, that's AI. Look how many fingers are on my hand. It's pretty funny. Although just in a year, the AI images that have come out have increased in quality exponentially. So who knows? In another year, they could be pristine quality. It'll be interesting. Oh, but another thing though that just throws me off. All the cameras with AI assistants nowadays, where it's take the picture of yourself, and then now you can immediately after taking the picture edit it. Just like, oh, I don't like those people in the background. I'm just going to remove them. Oh, I don't like this thing. I'm just going to take that out. I'm going to draw a circle here. And then it's not the same image. It's fake. It's like, oh, look at my memory. But that's not what actually happened. It's a pretend image now. So you've just photoshopped an image and then passed it off as real. It's a little silly, I think. It's like live Photoshop. I wouldn't do that. If I'm taking pictures for memory's sake, I wouldn't ever use AI to adjust them, because that defeats the purpose of that particular type of if I'm taking a picture for quality's sake and I'm like, I need to make the best picture for this, I want to capture this particular feel and frame and this look and style and everything, and really think about the what's the terminology for it, like the positioning of everything in the photo, then yeah, I can see photoshopping and editing afterwards making sense. It's probably fine. But if you're doing like selfies next to a river because you went to that river for a vacation or something, yeah, editing it live, that's questionable, I think. Man, I can't talk and work at the same time. Actually, every digital image is already altered and therefore fake. Yeah, but you know what I mean. I mean, to some extent, yeah, it's fair. Or even like family photos, sometimes the photographer will use Photoshop to make sure they have a version that actually has everybody looking at the camera and smiling. But no, there's some line somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but somewhere on the line, using AI for selfies adjustment crosses that line. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to explain where it is, and maybe it's just a personal thing, but what would be interesting is if for this one we have the light here going up into the room and then there's just no lights in the room. Nah, we'll put a light in the room. Maybe we'll put like one. Nah, we'll put two. Put one here and one here. That'll do. And then we'll have a light on the way out. Almost done. 2 more sections. One thing AI is good at is image recognition. It can describe everything on the image with incredible detail and adds what it thinks it can be. Oh, that's interesting. That can be very helpful for vision impaired. Every artist has a different style, and AI style is art on the internet. Yep. All digital photographers are live photoshopped. All digital yeah, I guess so. It would be. Same thing with writers. Every artist has different style. Yeah, true, I guess. What communities do you recommend for Godot help? There's the Godot Discord. I've never used it. There's I don't know. You'd need a really specific problem, I think, to find something that people haven't already found and put up on a forum. I have very seldom come across a situation where I need more help than just a forum where they've already talked about my issue. So otherwise, there's a Godot Discord. There are probably Godot forums as well. So I'd look into maybe some of those. Robot spawners. This is taking such a long time to add these in. And I was talking about adding more sections. Ugh. Although it'd be a lot faster now because everything's in place, but still. It'd be quite grindy. Danger floors. Humans use the internet for inspiration too, but we're not limited to the internet. If we want to draw a hand, we can look at our own hands, unless we don't have them. If AI wants to generate a hand, they have to look on the internet. Yeah, and the thing that kind of hurts them now as well is there's a lot of AI images on the internet. And so they're looking at the crappy images that they made and then repeating the same crap. So it's a little regurgitative that way. Although they are getting better still, so I don't know. Maybe it's just a minor thing. What is this supposed to be? Decorations. It is good for vision impairment. Pete Guston, the blind surfer, used it in recent video, and it described everything from the surfboard to the ground to the beach to cloudy weather in the back. That's cool. I'm just new at this and feel bad to ask a billion questions. Oh, you're good. No se preocupe. You can join a couple Discord. There's many different Discord servers where people will sometimes help you with code. You just got to not be spammy. I've seen that before. Like even on my Discord server, you can join my Discord server, and if you have a simple enough question, people are often happy to help you. And I'm sure especially the same on Godot, because they're focused on Godot. But you have to be careful though, because I've also seen people get on and be like, "Hey, I need help with this thing," and then people are like, "Oh yeah, let me help you. Here's what you need to do," and then the response is, "No, I don't think that's what I need to do. I think I need to do something different." And the thing that they're trying to think of, or that they're thinking of, is like just really stupid. And everyone's like, "No, you probably need to do this." And they're like, "No, I know better." It's like, if you come somewhere asking for help, believe in the people who are trying to help you rather than still thinking you're smarter than them. Which maybe you are. Maybe that happens, but most of the time, if you come to someone asking for help, don't reject the help they give you, you know? If you disagree with the help that they're offering, then the best thing to do is just say, "Oh, thank you for your recommendation. Maybe I'll try that out," and then drop it and go somewhere else for help. Because otherwise it can get quite annoying to see someone spamming that they need help with a certain thing and then rejecting the help being provided. I find it really difficult to make small... I'm missing chats, aren't I? If you have Discord, the Godot Cafe Discord server has 100,000 members, and I'm sure someone can help you there. It's true. Mostly just that I'm learning everything as I go with like no coding experience. Try some simple projects first then. Not your own projects. Follow some tutorials, and it will help you get a baseline for some of the things you might need to know. If you're really fresh starting out, drop your personal projects and pursue some educational tutorials or other educational projects. So then you can get that little bit of knowledge that you need up front. Does that work, putting it right there? No, it does not. Okay, one more section. I find it really difficult to make smaller pixel art from bigger non-pixel references. Do you have any tips? Your tiny monkey really inspired me. Boy, lots of practice. It could be really difficult. You have to just start to represent things rather than actually draw them. I wonder if I can show you some examples. Um, hmm. I don't know if mine will work. Most of my pixel art, honestly, is pretty high resolution. We'll look at other people's art. I don't know if any of theirs is going to work either for... Can I even find an example? If you have any programming questions, just ask ChatGPT. It's patient and as stubborn as the person asking the question. There you go. True, you can ask it 1,000,000 times. Here. So I used a reference to draw this, but even with that reference, you have to forego a lot of details that you might otherwise be able to add. I'm trying to think, I'm trying to remember like what things I had to do without. Oh, I can't remember. I know on these there's a lot more detail, but you just have to like dumb it down and simplify. You mostly just need to represent what it is without including everything that there could be. I'm not finding good examples. Sorry, I don't know if that's helpful at all, but that's what I got. It just takes a lot of practice. Can you make a video with your opinion on engines, what each one is good for? No, I could just tell you real quick though. I made a video on how to fail at picking a game engine. In my opinion, I think Godot is a really great general use engine, and it's only going to become better because it's free and open source. I also think that Unreal Engine 5 is or is it 6 now? I don't know. Unreal Engine is an excellent engine for 3D right now. It's better than all the other engines for three-dimensional things, if you're going for realism at least. For now, I believe Godot will eventually surpass it. And I think Unity is a decent engine because it has a lot of tutorials and references. There's a lot of resources for using Unity. But I also think Unity is highly corporatized and they're looking to make money. So you sit in a little bit of danger there. And we saw that in the past as well with Unity. It's also highly bulky compared to like Godot, for example. It's a huge download. And even just starting it up can take a long time on a beefy computer just because there's so much unnecessary stuff that comes with Unity. But maybe they've improved that since I've seen it. And maybe you think I'm biased, but I really do think Godot is sounds dramatic, but I think it's the future of game development because it's free and open source. It just becomes better. That's kind of what happened with other free and open source software. Not all the time. Not every free and open source project out there becomes the best at its thing, but Godot's still on track for that. Like GIMP, for example, is free and open source. Nobody freaking uses GIMP because it's awful. It's the worst ever. But that's also not true. Depending on who you are, GIMP can be extraordinarily helpful, but it hasn't become the legendary go-to, this is the thing everyone uses. So that's proof against what I'm saying. But at the same time, for the most part, free and open source has the highest chance of becoming the best at any category of whatever it's in. So that's why I would recommend using Godot for general use stuff. And then if you have a specific enough game, then you can make your own game engine, but you almost never need to do that. There's like the chances that you as an indie developer make a game specific enough that you need a custom game engine are so low. Yeah, you don't need to do that. I'm so distracted. Decorations. I'm back, he says. Welcome back, Stay Real. And I'm missing so many comments. Oh no. I've tried asking so many times, it never works. I started my game as an educational project and then it worked. And my subconscious went, alright, this will be easy. I'll just make games using tutorials, ChatGPT, and common sense. Nice. You do basically the same thing with a lot of hand-drawn art styles. Just dumb it down and make sure you'll nail the big important identifiers. Yeah, it's a art style of what's it called? There's terms for it. It's more representative than realistic. Like you see a lot of pixel art characters with single pixel wide legs because people get the idea. It's a leg. You don't have to actually draw every muscle in pixel art, which is nice. Depends on how close to art you are, of course, and the resolution, but if your resolution becomes too high, it becomes questionable whether it's actually pixel art anymore. I'm literally just sticking these lights in random places. It works though. There we go. They're all done. I'm going to go back to some of the old ones and adjust the lights around a little bit. Like these. This light could go more in the corner. I think I kind of like that. Some of them can still go in the middle, but and then a lot of the hallway ones, I think I want to move them over like that, because then the player isn't walking right over it necessarily. I think that could work better. Godot surpasses Unreal graphics. That would be insane. It would be. It would be quite impressive. At least come on par with it, because Unreal, that's like almost all they focus on. But Godot is just people are just always working on it and contributing to it because they're passionate about it, not because they're getting paid for it. And because of that, I think it has the potential to become the best. Hey, look at that. Noodles. Garlicky noodles. And they're so hot. Holy cow.
Do you need any water?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Garlicky noodles decided by you. And welcome back, Stay Real. That shows how far behind I am on reading these. What's up with the word porting services for Godot games to Switch? I don't know. I don't know about that trend. I think Unity is failing. There's so many reused assets in games, and you can tell just by a quick look that the game was made in Unity with that specific filter. Yeah, it's true. I think Unity is in trouble, especially with them trying to do the thing that they did in the past. I tried Unity as my first game engine, and I was like, "Well, this is gonna be tricky." And then I was like, "Well, let me try Godot out just for a little bit," and it was so much more intuitive. Just right off the bat, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go with this one." Also, the nice thing is, if you do have a game that's specific enough where you would need a custom game engine, you don't need to actually make a full custom game engine. You can just take Godot, and because it's open source, you can just adjust it to what you need. That's the other benefit of open source, is you're not stuck with it is how it is as it is, because the company that made it said so. Instead, you can just be like, oh, I'm going to change it, and then do. So, yeah. Oops. Why can't I click on that one? Let's go for it. Let's try it out. Let's test this. I just do really high res pixel art, so yeah, I'm basically a pixel expert. You want to know a cheaty thing? It's a cheaty thing. It works though. When I draw stuff, I will see, I didn't do it here, but I think in the most recent Pixelmania I changed a lot of, or I cheated. Let's show you. I didn't draw that many this time, but like this one, I drew this person's face using this. And what I did is I copied this. Oops. I copied this. And then I put it in a new one, because sometimes you need to do that. And then I adjusted its size to be about the size that I use. So I made the height 192. For example, I think I did a different size in the end. And then I went to my canvas, which, let's see, this was the canvas. Oh, that's way too small. What happened? Oh, because this is the large version. My bad. I need to open the A-Sprite version. Hang on. So then I put it in there. You can't see it. I don't think I have the layer anymore. But let me just remove these so you can see. Right. So then I took it and I just put it on a layer behind. Right. Let's actually do that. New layer. So I just put it right in there. And then that way I could trace the outlines straight on this upper layer. Just be like draw, draw, draw. Just the outlines though. I could get something very precise to human proportion, because that's what I suck at, is proportions. And then do the lighting after that. And so after I had just the base outlines, then I could do the lighting. That's kind of cheaty, but not really, because it's just an advanced reference, I think. But yeah. Don't save, just in case. I used to really high up. How is that a fault with the Unity engine? That's the game dev's choice. For which thing? I think Unity is failing. There's so many reused. Oh yeah, it is a game. That's true. It is a game dev's choice more than an engine choice, but it just seems to be a thing that's tied to the engine. So yeah, I don't know. What did I miss? The app closed the video while I did some banking. Uh-oh. You missed so much. I just revealed like the secrets of the universe and everything. You missed it. When I was little, I refused to play 8-bit games because more pixels is better. That was one of the critiques of Minecraft when Minecraft was first being a thing. People were like, why would you play that? The graphics suck. It's like, because it's fun. The graphics are way less important than the gameplay, but they sure help. Not only the cubes and assets, but mainly the lighting and reflections. Yeah, there's a lot of default things that come with every engine, and unless you tweak it a little bit, people are going to recognize that it comes from that engine. So more effort. I think I agree that more effort on Unity needs to be put forward by the individual devs to make their game not look like a Unity game. Thanks for the tips. Oh, you're welcome. Me think, why use hard method when easy method make do? So like if you need to trace, just trace, like do it. But obviously you don't want to just copy outright. And if you trace enough, you'll get good at proportions, especially if you're drawing people. I think that's one of the hardest things with drawing people is getting the proportions right. And that's what probably causes most people to fail at drawing good-looking humans. Personally, I don't see why people just use Godot 3D instead of Unity. Yeah, especially with Godot 4 coming out, the 3D side of Godot is like way better. And I've used Godot 3D in Godot 3, and it was fine. It wasn't that hard, and you could make some pretty dope looking stuff. But now it's even better, so I don't know. The other hard thing is people get used to using an engine, and then switching to a different one can be very difficult. Alright, let's test this out. No more noodles until we play a little bit. See how it looks. I don't have any lights in this start area. That's okay, we're going to decorate it as its own thing later on. Looks good. Uh-oh, none of the bots are spawning. Dun dun dun. I think it's because I added them to, oh, there's a bot. What the heck? What? Oh, they're all off because I added them as a child of the bot spawner. That's awkward. See what I could do. It's a really tacky way to do it. Don't do it this way. I could just add this. Oh, go back. Okay, let's try this now. How to fail at coding. Do it really bad. No one's gonna know. Shh, don't tell. Oh, wrong scene. Hang on. That's so bad. That's such a bad way to do it. And I know how to do it the other way too. I just don't care. There we go. Looks so good. I went the wrong way. Oh man, it looks like a real game now. Holy cow. Just add the lights in. Wow, what a difference. Holy moly, it looks so good. And I want to keep the contrast where it is between robots and background, because I want the player to be able to easily identify just from the side of their eye where enemies are. They'll think they can't walk towards the lights though, because they almost look the same, but that's okay. I mean, oh wait, this light, the light is not, I need to change that. Let's fix that real quick. It's on the cannon. The beam light does not have shadows enabled. Personally, I don't see why people just use. Oh, I read that. What was the last time Godot got updated? Do I need too much code? Do I need too much code to use it? It's better if you learn how to code to use it. I believe there's visual scripting on Godot as well. I've never used visual scripting though, because I know how to code. But some people even prefer that, even when they know how to code. So I don't know. Okay, that was cool. Having the lights on the sides when you walk past it. That was pretty cool. It's like, whoop, whoop. Well, how'd I die? That's a weird bug. I'll have to figure that out. Hey, what you do when you are in the phase where you just lose interest and don't wanna or can't do anything? On a game, work on a different game. If you if it's if you're just not interested, which maybe it's burnout, but whatever it is, then work on something else. If it's really that important of a project to you, eventually you'll decide you do want to work on it again. In the meantime, go do a game jam or don't work on any game development for a little bit. If it's not, I don't know, if it's not working for you, then do something else. I don't know if that's the hint you're looking for. But it would be like, the key to success in this case, all you have to do is buy a pizza with no pepperoni. Eat it, and then magically, you'll be inspired once more. And have the drive and motivation to work on your game till it's done. There's no secret key though. It's just like with any project. Sometimes you just gotta walk away for a little bit and come back. You'll find that that you'll be motivated once more. That happens to me all the time actually. On all the games I make, I'll be like, oh, I'm so into this, and then after a couple of weeks I'm like, oh, this is so grindy and hard. So then I'll go do something else for a week or two. And then the desire will boil up in me again, and I'll come back and just get so much done. So you did what AI does as well. What did I do? Has ISOU stopped? No, the series has stopped. But the game jam lives on. So eventually we'll do another game jam of that. Maybe in August. Who knows? I just missed the secrets of the universe. You did. Whoopsie. Add a twist to the mechanics and make a new minigame with a mechanic you're already familiar with. That could be good. Make something simple. Like, that's another big motivator, is if you're working on your first project and having a hard time getting motivation, legit work on as small of a project as you can so that you can actually put something out there, because then you can feel what it feels like to have a game released to the public. Even if your game is absolute crap, just releasing something, even if it's teeny tiny and garbage, it makes you feel so good. And then you'll be like, imagine if I released something quality. It gives you a lot of motivation. I hate animating helicopters. This is the last time I'm ever going to animate one. Ha! Epic Shoe. Development-wise and 3D lighting. Development-wise and 3D lights scare me. I'm always afraid of clicking a box and the scene turns black. That's a legit fear. It's what your Bogart will turn into when Harry Potter turns into a 3D game development light. That's why you're still technically working on your game, but you're experimenting with it and creating new potentials for something else. Oh, that's fair. Oh, that's another hot tip actually. Good idea. If you're working on your game and you're starting to be like, man, this is hard, change the order in which you're working on your game. There's so many different aspects to a game. You got sound effects, music, art, code, the game design, level design, even marketing side of stuff, potentially, depending on how far you are in your game. Character design, story, dialogue. There's so many different things you could work on. So if you're having a hard time working on your game, maybe stop working on the code or the art or whatever it is that you're having a hard time getting through, and swap it up and work on some other aspect. Especially if you're a solo dev, then there's going to be so many things that you can work on. So yeah, I mean, that'll keep you motivated right there. Shake it up a people. Shake it up a little. People desire variety. I hate animating helicopters. I already read that. Am I behind again? So you won't add my game to the next episode of ISOU. I will not, because there are no longer episodes of ISOU. At least not for now. There's been a lot of people asking for more of that, but I just stopped making them because nobody cares. If you look at the views on the ISOU episodes, the first one has a lot of views, next one has less. Next one has less, and it just kept going down and down with every single one. And so I was like, why would I make this if there's not some kind of growth from it? So I dropped it. Maybe we'll come back and make them sometime, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I think I got it. Maybe it's something we all go through. Excuse me if I'm just chewing my garlic noodles right in the microphone. I think I got it. Maybe it's something we all go through. Maybe sometimes you have to stop thinking and let go of things. And if you love it, you'll come back. And if you don't, you never did actually love it. That could be true. Maybe you never loved it, or maybe you just, I don't know. I mean, like, you can be really passionate about something and then just totally lose motivation. It's not that you didn't love it in the first place, but you just need something new to give you some drive. Pasta's quite good. Noodles are perfect. But this looks so good. We made it was so little effort. It was just grindy to get all the lights in. But it looks so good now. Man, what a difference. Can't get over it. Oh, I love that. I love that effect. I'm dead. Look at that. I need to do that more often. Set up more hallways like that. There's a lot of screen shake from all the bombs going off. all the robots that I ran past. They're still doing stuff. That's crazy. Probably need to fix that. We don't want the screen shaking unless like it's close enough to the screen that it matters. Little polish things. Do you... Oh wait, thanks for the advice. Do you also have power surge problems? I have power outage problems. The power just like... It might be a surge, I don't know, but it's more of a community-sized thing or like region-sized thing or something like that. It's not just my house, but every once in a while the power will just turn off for half a second and then come back on, and it turns off my internet and everything. It's really annoying. Especially if I'm in the middle of editing a video and I haven't hit save for a little bit, so then the power is just like blink and it's all gone, and then I have to re-edit a whole like minute worth of progress or something. That's a minute worth of progress in a video though. That's a lot of editing, depending on the quality of your editing. I just made a Cuban sandwich. Can't wait to go eat it. Wait, why would you make a sandwich and then not eat it right away? I've never made a sandwich without the intent to like make it in my hand and then put it right in my mouth. Like making a sandwich and then setting it down is weird to me. Like, I don't understand that. Sometimes it helps going over the top with something that will reveal a thing you could use. Like, for example, you crank up the speed of the game and you'll find out it changes the gameplay completely. That's a thing. I've done that before. I'm trying to remember when I did that. I think it was Void Titan. It was Void Titan. So in Void Titan you can collect blocks like in Minecraft, and the block breaking was 0.2 seconds. So it was a fifth of a second to break your default block. And I was like, that's good, and it's alright. But then I changed everything. I cut everything's break time in half, so that the weakest things, instead of 0.2 seconds, it became 0.1 second. And things that were 0.4 seconds became 0.2 seconds, and so on. And the game felt so much quicker paced after doing that. It made such a difference, because mining things isn't the main part of Void Titan. It is a really important part, but it shouldn't take as long as it was. And so it made such a difference making that just that tiny change. Power outage is a problem in my area too, and sometimes it's just, yeah. Yeah, it can be so annoying. Maybe adding a tiny monkey to the monkey would fix the power issue. A monkey to the monkey. That might do it. That kid, you mean person? Huh? Well, oh, they were all broken. You see that? Oh yeah, these are broken. It's still broken. Just adding it as a different parent doesn't fix it. Look, they think I'm way up higher. Oh, I know what it is. I still have the player spawning here. That's why I was dying invisibly. My bad. Whoopsie. Okay, they should attack me now, actually. There we go. Problem fixed. Oh man, it looks so good. It's so good. I love bugs that you can't replace. I'm talking like I have experience, but I never made a game in my life. Only a small prototype in Figma. I use the tips of graphic design, and they can't be applied to most things in life. Variety is key. It's true. A lot of different arts can be carried over to other arts. I'm so good at this, except I'm like the most powerful version you can be in the game right at the beginning, so quite the illusion. Here, we'll go like this. We'll see how good I am. Weak sauce. I still have my crits though. See that one hit. Get out of here. Get out of here. Like the AI is so stupid in my game. They just walk straight at you. You'll never get to me now. The game looks so much better. I know, right? Just add some lights. If you guys are wondering how to make your game look good, add lights and shadows, and boom! Magic. I have some outdated tutorials for Godot 3, if you guys want to watch those. They're some of my first videos I ever made. You can tell because I didn't have a good microphone. So, yeah. Use Godot 3 and then you can follow my tutorials. Oh, we actually have to add something better for the explosion there. And a light flash. There needs to be a light flash when this explodes. Be like, pew! So we'll have to add that sometime. Maybe we can do that when we add the light flashes to the sparks on the, when you hit them. Sparks, see that? Having a little yellow flash each time you hit them would be a good addition to those sparks, I think. As well as a really bright flash for when these shoot. There is a flash right now, but it's not that bright. And when the bombs go off, having them flash a little more intense would be good. Do game jams. I've already done 3 game jams this summer. Nice. Game jams are a great way to learn game dev, because man, you learn a lot of stuff doing a game jam. You're forced to work on so many things in such a small amount of time. And even if you don't submit in time, you're going to learn a ton of crap. Just for research purposes, Let's see. Where did I put that? I think I put it in the what's it called? It's in the auto loads. I can just find it here. Global stats. Here we go. Oh wait, that's not it. Where did I put it? Oh, it's part of the camera on the player. My bad. Camera. Camera script. So here's where we make it shake. And then the shake amount, we could just have it be shake amount equals amount times 10. It's going to be 10 times the amount of shake. It's going to be crazy. Here we go. I'm going to jump, see what happens. Holy moly, that hurts. My sword swing is so powerful. It's like a nuke goes off. Oh man. Want some screen shake? There you go. Boy, that would make people puke after just like 10 minutes of playing. The bomb. The bombs are the biggest screen shake. Let's get another one of those to go off. Of course, there's no bombs in this room, though. Bomb? There's a bomb. Holy crap. Here, let's do times let's do times like 50. Here we go. This is gonna be times 1,000. Here's a jump. What the? It broke it. I'm not centered anymore. Holy. What the heck? I can't even see anything. Look, I'm down here now. The camera's broken. Oh my goodness. Are you planning on putting a combat roll or dash? There already is. It's not really a roll or a dash. It's just a jump. Boink. You can jump. Oh, let's turn that screen shake down if I'm going to show. We'll put the screen shake back to normal. You become invulnerable while you're jumping, so it's basically the same thing as a combat roll. But I didn't want to animate a roll. So in this way you can jump over like these spikes without taking damage. Or I suppose if you jump at the right time you could avoid a laser. But oh, I didn't do it. Oh, they actually got me. But yeah. Can you jump over the charging enemies? You cannot. They look like they should be jumpable, but that takes effort to actually put in there. 'Cause then I would have to actually turn off the collision shape temporarily while jumping, and then if the collision shape turns back on while you're like halfway through them, it could like launch you potentially. Can you jump over the charging? Is the charger still bugged? It is still bugged. I haven't fixed that yet. Effort sucks. It does. Effort's the worst. Okay, I think we're going to bring this stream to a close. We've been going for 3.5 hours. But we got done what we were going to do. We added lights, and it looks amazing. What the heck? Did my stream just die? OBS is like panicking. No, we're still good, right? Is this still going? It says I'm still alive. I'm so confused right now. But then everybody's saying bye at the same time. You guys still there? Glad I joined. Maybe next time. Bye. Drink water. Are we still going? Yeah, it's going. Yeah, it is still going. Okay. I didn't say bye officially, but then OBS just started panicking. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream though anyway. So I guess I could have just closed it and pretended it was a bug. No, but like I said, I think we made the most progress visually thus far. Like adding the robots, adding the decorations and everything, it made it look good. But adding the lights, holy cow, what a difference! It looks so good. It looks like a real game now. So yeah, that's what we've done. That's what we've done today. Very good. Do you have voice commands? What is that? I don't think I do because I don't know what it is. So no, I don't have voice commands. I guess not. Is that an OBS thing? This reminds me of Pirate Software. It said Twitch or OBS or something crashed, but it still worked, and he just put that pop-up aside. Oh, did that happen to him too? It's weird. You said bye and it glitched out. It heard me. It's like, all right then, I guess we're done. Okay, well anyway, we are done. So thanks for coming to the stream. Tomorrow we might stream again. Not 100% sure. If we do, I'll be a lot more relaxed. I don't know if we're going to be working on the game necessarily. Then again, I might not stream at all because I do need to work on other things. I haven't been working on any videos this week or last week because I've been streaming the whole time, which I guess it's still contributing to YouTube and all that, but I mean, people still want to watch the series, and I still want to make episodes in the How to Fail series, so, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I might stream. If I do, it'll just be for an hour or two, and we'll play some casual games and chat for a little bit or something, so you can look for that, but no promises, and, yeah, that's all. Catch you all later. We'll stream next week as well for some more game development, but yeah, maybe not as much. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Keep just stay tuned, I guess. Hey, Ryan Pog, he joins, and now we're leaving. Or no, you joined a little bit ago. Or you just been like lurking. Anyway, okay, we're done. I gotta go. So catch y'all later. Bye bye.